should be able to see my screen. It's just my desktop. So welcome everyone to today's game of Old School Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome back Hathaway and Naku. Thanks for coming. And welcome back Mike. It's been a while. Oh, Mike is deafened. We have a new player. Her name is Ray. Welcome Ray. And Ray, these are my
Hello.
friends. Hello. These
Nice to
are
meet
some of my new friends. Well, I just met Hathaway today actually. And
you.
Naku's been here for a few weeks, but they're here to play D&D too. And then Mike is an old friend of mine too. He's played a few games as well,
I, I
but he
haven't.
hasn't played in a while. So, but yeah. And everyone else, this is Ray. I just met her. So,
Yeah,
Nice to
nice
meet
to
you,
meet
Ray.
you.
Nice to meet you guys.
all right. But pretty much how this is gonna go down is we're all here just to play some Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna be teaching Ray how to play, of course, and then after that we'll get the characters ready, and then from there we'll take a small break. After that break, we'll start the adventure. So we're just gonna pretty much the first part of the game is just getting everyone ready to play. All right. So, but yeah, welcome back everyone. And let's see, we're gonna start with introductions. So, Ray, my name's Seekin. I'm going to be the dungeon master. The dungeon master, or the dungeon master, is the guide into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. It's going to be my role to help you understand the game and understand the
Mhm.
story that we'll be telling. But D&D is basically, I'm going to first tell you what D&D is all about here. We're playing old school Dungeons and Dragons. It's all about telling stories of adventuring characters campaigning for gold and glory across a dangerous medieval land. Typically, they'll do this by hunting monsters, treasures, and bounties from dungeons guarded by dragons, hence the name Dungeons and Dragons. This is a game in which we'll tell stories of how your character lived their life for gold and glory and were eventually killed or retired. But in the end, it's the whole point is just to have fun and create memorable moments, a story worth remembering, right? So that's all it's all about. Pretty much to win, to get you have to survive and get golden glory, and to lose, you die or retire, right? Stop playing. So that's pretty
Mhm.
much all there is to how or what it is. Any questions or concerns on what D&D is?
I think I'll learn as it goes,
Hmm?
like
Yeah.
along the way. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just a storytelling game. And then next is how to play it. So it's very simple to play D&D. So there's only three steps actually to play D&D. The first step is the dungeon master describes to you the situation, a scenario,
Mhm.
and the story as we know it so far. From there, we're going to the second step, which is you imagine the situation, you think about it, maybe you discuss it with your party members, but most importantly, you get to choose what you want to do. You have to choose an action. And once you make a decision on what you want to do in the story, then the dungeon master goes to step three, which is determining the results or the consequences of your actions. Sometimes dice are rolled to determine the outcome, whether it's successful or not, right? When there's risk involved. And that's it. That's how you play D&D. That's three steps. From there, from that third step, it becomes an input and output game. Once you know what's going on, you just say your next input, right? Your next action, and then the Dungeon Master moves on and tells you what happens after that. So that's it. That's how you play the game, and how that's how the story is told. So,
Okay.
all right.
Do you give me choices on what to do, or do I
Yeah,
have to
I
decide on what to do? Okay.
yep. You
Got
can do
it.
whatever you want, but I'll offer recommendations or like provide options, right? So.
Alright.
hmm So I'll be your guide. Like imagine like if we were playing like a Zelda game, I'm your little fairy, right? So anyway,
Mhm.
but I'm your narrator. I'm the teller of your stories, and you're the character, or you're the player of the character we tell stories about. So you're the stars of the show. You and your fellow players. Everyone who comes to play here comes to play a character, of course, and they band together. Typically most players will have the characters band together as one party to see Golden Glory together. It increases the chance of success. It creates a more exciting experience because working together, you get a lot more done. Naturally, you can, be a bad sport and do your own thing and wait your turn. But when you work together, time flies a lot more and you get to share the experience. So, all right. Anyway,
Mhm.
um, now you know how to play. Now you know what D&D is. The final step is getting characters. So before you can even play, you need a character. The character will tell stories about. So that's probably one of the most important parts before you can start playing D&D is having a character. That's why you need pencil and paper because you're gonna use that to take notes on your character so you don't have to remember the details. You will write it down, and you can just forget it because you can just always look back in your notes and reference your notes. All
I
right, so
got my
that's
pen and paper.
you got it. All right, perfect,
I
very good.
got it.
And then Mike, welcome back. Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good. So you haven't played in a while, so just to let you know, you might already know this, but Michael II was retired then, right? So you'll have to create a new character. Let's see. Okay, and Hathaway and Naku, would you
Yeah.
both like a new character? You don't have to play as it. You can also recruit this new character as a retainer. Otherwise, you can go without a new character and just continue as your current roster of characters.
Yeah, I'll take the retainer.
Okay,
Yeah,
happy
me
you
as
too.
well.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So we're gonna roll a character for every player here. We're gonna start with Ray because she's new, and then we'll get Mike since he's returning, and then we'll get Hathaway and Naku next.
All right.
Okay, so the first step to creating characters is to determine their ability scores. Ability scores are a reflection of your character's capabilities, how strong, how smart, how wise, how dexterous, how tough, and how charismatic they are. Okay, so we're gonna start with, of course, Ray. So you're gonna take
No.
notes. Oh,
Wait,
hmm?
someone else go first. I want to see how it's done before like I do some.
Oh, sure.
It's all automatic basically.
Okay, so what did I do?
Because
So
he just rolls the dice and then he'll
yeah,
give you
you're
your
just gonna take
stats and
notes. It's
then
random.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
All right, so
Thank you.
we're gonna roll three six-sided dice here to determine your strength score. A score of 3 to 8 is considered low, 9 to 12 is normal, 13 to 18 is high. So your character, your first character, has a strength of 4 plus 5 plus 1. Let's see, 4, 5, and a 1. That equals 10. That's decent. You've got a normal strength. So on your paper, you might write STR Tech 10, representing you have 10 strength. Alright, your next ability is called Intelligence. Your intelligence is 6 plus 5 plus 3, which is 14. That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Alright, your third ability score is called Wisdom. Yours is 4 plus 4 plus 2, which is 10.
Okay.
Alright, the fourth of the 6 abilities you have is called Dexterity. Dexterity is 1 plus 1 plus 5. Yours is 7. It's a little low. Alright, next is Constitution, the fifth of the 6 abilities. Oh shit. Alright, yours is 4 plus 3 plus 1, 8. Also a little low. Alright, your final one's Charisma. Your Charisma ability is 3 plus 6 plus 2, which is 11. That's normal. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next is going to be for Mike. Welcome back, Mike. Let's get you a new character. Your other character, Michael II, is happily retired. He's a poor man, but he's retired. You can always try to bring him back. You'll find him in town. You can try to recruit him. But at the moment, he's a retired adventurer who didn't make it very far, naturally. Let's see. Alright, so Mike, your new character has a strength of 5 plus 3 plus 2. You already know this, so I'm going to speed roll. Basically, I'm just going to give you the results. I'm not going to count for you. So you have a strength of 10. I'm sure you know how this goes, right? Write this down. Intelligence, you've got 6. Your wisdom, you've got 8. Your dexterity, you've got 6. Your constitution, you've got 10. Your charisma, you have 14. Alright,
Nice.
next is Hathaway. From here, we're going to go alphanumerical. Alright, so we're going to start with your strength. Your new character's strength is 8. Intelligence is 11. Your wisdom is 9. Your dexterity is 11. Your constitution is 14. Your charisma is 13. Alright, next is Naku. And everyone else, thanks for your patience. Naku, your strength is 11.
Alright.
Intelligence, 11.
Alright.
Wisdom, oh shit, 13. Might be the cleric that we need. Let's see. Oh shit, what just happened? There we go. Okay. Um, Dexterity is 10. Constitution is 9. Charisma is 11.
Definitely cleric or
Alright. The next step after you have your ability scores is to determine what class you want to play. Your class is your role in the party, your job, your set of skills. Okay? So there are 7 classes in old school Dungeons and Dragons. The first 4 classes belong to the race of humans. The next 3 classes belong to the race of demi-humans. So the first 4 classes that are the human classes include cleric, fighter, magic user, thief. And the next 2 classes are the demi-human classes, which include dwarf, elf, and halfling. You're going to get to pick one of these 7 classes for your character. Okay, so I'm going to give you recommendations based on your scores as well. But we're going to start with Ray. So Ray, you've got a good intelligence. So I'm going to recommend magic user for you. The only class I don't recommend to you is thief and halfling and dwarf due to your low constitution and low dexterity. But every other class is fine. Highly recommend either magic user, maybe elf, maybe fighter, maybe and maybe cleric. But it's your choice. What would you like to play as?
Can you repeat my options?
Yeah, so the ones the 4 that I do recommend to you would be first, I would recommend magic user due to your high intelligence. Second, I might recommend fighter, elf, or cleric for you. And the final recommendation I do not recommend is dwarf, halfling, and thief.
The first one.
First
Magic
one?
user, right?
Okay, magic
Mm-hmm.
user. Right, as a magic user, you'll be able to use magic. Okay, alright, Mike, you're next. You've got a decent strength and constitution. I would recommend fighter or dwarf for you.
um, I'll be a fighter.
Okay, and then Hathaway. Let's see. Decent intelligence, pretty good constitution. I might have to recommend magic user, cleric, or thief for you. None of the martial classes.
Yeah, I'll go with I think a cleric. Sounds good.
Okay, good choice. Alright, and Naku, right? No flaws, but I highly recommend cleric as well.
Yeah, really good to a cleric.
Alright, good. Okay, so next is hit points. Hit points are a reflection of how hard your character can get hit before they're killed or wounded. Typically in old school D&D, if you drop to 0 hit points, you're killed. But in our game, we have a house rule which allows you to be wounded. Wounded is pretty much good as dead, but you get to live to tell the tale if you manage to get out of there alive despite your injuries. Right, so we are a little softer here, but still pretty tough. Alright. Okay, so our magic user here has 1 to 4 hit points. So that would be, of course, Ray's magic user. We're going to roll a d4, which is a 4-sided die. If I can find it. Let's see. Don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Okay. Nice. You got lucky. 4 hit points. Your adjustment is -1 due to your low constitution, so you'll be starting with 3 hit points. So Ray, you have
Okay.
3 hit points. On your sheet you might write HP tech 3 of 3.
Okay.
Or 3/3, however you want to write it. Mike, you're next. You're playing a fighter. Your constitution bonus is 0 adjustment. And that means you got 1d8 plus 0. Okay. Straight d8. 8. Very lucky roll. Max a roll.
Dang, bro's tough.
Okay, Hathaway. Cleric with 1 to 6 hit points plus 1 hit points due to your high constitution. So we're going to start with, what's that? 2 plus 1, 3 hit points. It's decent. Naku, 1d6 plus 0. Starting with 1 hit point.
Do I get to pick a race for the cleric, or is it just the same thing with cleric?
Only
It's
humans can
just
be
cleric.
clerics.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
humans get, yeah. Got it.
Yeah, the demi-human classes are their own class in old school D&D.
What was the HP? I kind of cut out there for a bit.
Hathaway, you have 3 hit points.
3 hit points, good idea.
Okay, yeah, 8 was for Mike. Alright, the next step, we're almost done here, is equipment. Armor, weapons, supplies. We need to get the character stocked up on gear, right? So, you'll need this for the expedition, actually, so you can do your jobs. Alright, so from here you're going to take a list of everything I tell you you have. We're going to roll 3d6 to determine how much equipment you have, pretty much, the value of your equipment. So, the higher the roll, the more equipment you'll be starting with. Alright, Ray, we start with you, so you're going to be starting with about 9 silvers worth of equipment. You're going to take this list. You're going to have a set of clothes on, so go ahead and write clothes. You
Okay.
also have a spell book. Go ahead and write spell book. Everything else
Mhm.
I tell you, you're going to have it as well. You're going to have the option between a good missile weapon or a good melee weapon. What do you prefer? Missiles are good for hunting, melee is good for close combat.
First one.
Missile weapon? Okay, so um, you like the idea of having a crossbow more or a longbow? I'll also offer you the option of a fire lance, which is a medieval firearm, a gun.
Hold on, hold on. Do the others first.
All right. Oh, okay. We'll come back to you. So yeah, 6 silvers remaining. Okay, Mike, you're next. All right, Mike, you're gonna be starting with a set of clothes and a light helmet. Make sure you write that down. All right. You're also gonna be starting with. Do you prefer missile weapons or melee weapons?
Melee weapons.
Melee. All right. You're gonna start with a spear and a shield and gambeson.
Can I buy the 10 feet long stick?
You want a 10-foot pole? Sure, I'll get you one.
Yep. And can't I get a sword?
I got you a spear so far. That's all we can afford. So we got you a spear, gambeson, shield, right? So, and then we also got you a 10-foot pole so far. We'll also get you a bag. And you
And
said you wanted a dagger. We can't get you a dagger because you don't have enough money, but we can get you a knife. So you have a knife?
can I get torches?
Sure. So let's see how much money you've got left. We just got you a bag and okay, so you've got about 2 silvers or 2 coppers left. So we'll get you um 2 torches, which you can't light by yourself because you need a tinderbox still. So yeah, you're gonna have that 10-foot pole. You're gonna have 2 torches, a knife, and a bag.
Okay.
Okay, that's everything. All right, Hathaway, it's your turn. All right, your
Yep.
cleric will be starting with a set of clothes and a holy symbol. All right. Also going to be starting with. I'll let you pick between a good missile weapon or a good melee weapon.
Hathaway.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I cut out a bit. Closed and holy symbol, and what else was it? Hello?
Uh, do you
You
want
could.
a good melee weapon or a good missile weapon?
Um, what does sanctuary do?
What does what?
Sanctuary do? What does that do?
Sanctuary. What do you mean?
Oh, okay. I've got it wrong. Never mind. Um, I'll go with a I'll have to go with a melee weapon, I think.
Melee weapon? Okay. So, in that case, let's see, how much were we at? We just spent 3, so we'll get you a club and a sling and 30 stones. Or actually, no, sorry. A club, okay, and a light helmet. So need some armor. Right. And finally, you're gonna have a flask of oil. Not a flask of oil, flask of holy water.
So club, light helmet, and holy water.
Yep.
Flask of holy water.
Yep. And you got cloves and a holy
Got it.
symbol too.
Yeah, I got that.
Alright, Naku, you're next.
Ready?
Alright, yours is going to start with cloves and a symbol.
Yeah.
You prefer a missile weapon or a melee weapon?
Missile.
Okay. Let you pick between, or you only have one shot anyway, so we'll do a crossbow and 10 quarrels.
Alright.
Okay, you also start with a light helmet and a flask of holy water.
Great.
Alright, that's everything. Uh, did we lose the new one? Ray's gone.
Yeah, I think we're left.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's dropped out. Okay, it's okay. Alright, so now that the characters are almost ready, we have a few more steps left, which is just basically choosing names for these characters. We're gonna start with Mike. Mike, would you like to pick your own name, or do you want to get a random old school name?
I'll get it randomly.
You wanna pick it? Alright, what name would you like?
Michael the third.
Michael the Third. Alright, this is the last Michael, I guess. The youngest Michael. The son of Michael the Second, son of Michael the First. Okay. Alright, Michael the Third is here. He is a veteran. Okay, and Hathaway, what would you like to name your character? You want an old school, or you want to pick?
Yeah, let's go with Zephyr.
Cypher?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
I think it's, I'm not really sure. Seifer, perhaps. Zephyr.
Okay.
Oh, like the
Maybe
wind
just
spirit.
Seifer. Let's go with that. That'll make it pretty obvious.
Seifer or Seif? Cypher?
Zeph.
Zephyr. Yeah.
Zephyr. Oh, Zephyr.
Zephyr. Yeah. Yeah.
Seifer.
Yep. That's it.
Alright, Naku.
Uh, I'll just go Sid. CID.
CID? Kid?
Mm,
Or
yeah, Sid.
would that be SID then? Or
I mean, Sid. We can do SID if it helps. Mm,
okay. Alright
Hopefully, you
then.
can get a quest for it.
Let's get the others ready then. Returning characters as well. So let's see. So starting with Hathaway, he's going to be playing as Sebastian, right? Sebastian, the medium magic user.
Yep.
Alright, we're going to start with looking over your profits from the last expedition. It says here, Sebastian Lost one. Was it 2 corals or 1 coral? I think only one, right?
It was just one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you only lost one
And
ammo.
then the
He's at
and I
6 shots
lost
left.
I also lost the this kind of oil flask or
Yep,
something
the
like
flaming oil was used.
Yeah, smart play, by the way.
Did he lose anything else? Did he lose his I think that was all he lost, right? Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Right. And he gained 25 pieces of copper
and rusty axe.
and a rusty axe. Yep, I see it. Nice.
-1 to hit.
hmm Did you want to derust it?
How much it cost?
Uh, the repair cost would be 10% of its value, so 3 coppers.
Yeah, might as well. Sure.
Okay. You're down to 22 coppers. Do you want to buy anything?
So just maybe food, I guess. Just
Okay.
buy as much food as I can with that.
30 pounds of food, which is as much as one person can carry typically. Um, that would be 1 silver, 10 coppers.
Okay.
Alright, so you'll buy it for yourself to carry, since you've got an empty bag.
Yep.
No loot in it at the moment, and no supplies. Alright, you've got 12 coppers left and 30 pounds of food in your bag. You have supplied the
I'll
party then. Hopefully you'll be compensated. Alright then, food has been purchased, at least 30 pounds by Sebastian. Okay, next is... yeah, wait, is there anything else you want to purchase, or is that it for Sebastian?
I don't know if is there anything else that you would anyone would recommend besides food. Be more than
Mm,
happy to pay for it. If there's anything I could help the
you can
party.
stock one holy water if you want. A flask of holy
Yeah,
water is 5 coppers.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
How many do you want?
probably the best.
Yeah,
Just
give
one
me
or
2 flasks
2 flasks?
of
Okay.
holy water.
Probably very useful for this dungeon.
Alright, you've got 2 of them. Alright, let's get our brule ready then. Oh, actually, before that.
Yeah,
So, Sebastian's ready, and you're bringing in your new retainer. He's just recently joined you. His name
That
is
puts me
Sefer.
at 2 coppers then.
Yep, you've got 2 coppers left.
Yeah.
Alright, Sefer has also joined the party. Sefer the Acolyte. Alright, and then from House Naku, Naku's playing as a brule, the veteran. Alright, let's go over your profits and losses, gains and losses. So first we're gonna find your sheet so we can take proper notes. Okay,
yeah,
found it. And then next we're gonna go over your losses and profits. You lost 1 bandage.
yeah,
I think that was all the losses you suffered last game.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then
didn't lose much.
you gained 25 coppers. So you're now at 26 on your
Oh,
person.
uh, I'll buy some food. That's really about it.
Okay, are you gonna carry this on your person, or you gonna give this to your retainer to carry?
I'll give it to my retainer.
Okay, so you're at... Well, your retainer doesn't have a bag, I think. Let me check. So you might
Yeah,
not
I
be able
don't
to.
think he does. Hold on, let me.
You can buy a bag for
Do I have
him.
a bag I can give you? How much does a bag cost?
5 coppers.
Yo, I'll buy a bag. Give it to him.
Okay, so you were at 16, now you're at 11.
Alright.
Alright, he's got a bag and 30 pounds of food.
Okay.
So we've got 60 pounds of food total. That's a decent amount for a small party. A very large amount, actually. Let's see. Alright, but yeah, so Abril, the veteran's here, and he's
Can
bringing his
I
retainer,
get
Sid.
some out?
What was that?
Can I bring some of my old retainers, possibly?
Yeah, if they're here in Gagefsi. Let's see.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. Right, who would you like to try to invite?
I try to get Hargis, Farias, and Admore. Adore.
Hargut is respectfully declining. Who's next?
Okay.
Bay Reyes?
Uh, yeah.
Alright, she is declining. Okay, and who's next?
Hmm. Add more, maybe Neo.
Admer?
Yeah.
Was that his name? Okay,
Add what? It's like Amdor, the Amdor,
oh,
my bad.
Amdor. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking.
He's a mage.
I don't see him yet. Let's see.
Amdor.
Amdor. Going through my list here.
Mage. 2 hit points. Light magic.
See Motive. No, that's not it. Amdor. Still looking, sorry.
That's cool. I mean, if you
Oh, I
can't
found him.
find him, we could
Found
just
him.
do Neo. Okay.
He declined. What's your charisma again?
God, it's 11.
Yeah, he declined.
Jesus. Seems like they
We
just.
need a 7. That was an 8.
Uh,
Who's
uh,
next?
Neo, maybe Molif. That's it.
Neo declined. 10. Let's check with Molif. Nope, Molif declined as well. It's
Yeah.
11. So all your men declined, you're
Oh
off
Lord,
of.
that's.
So just like
Yeah.
players can
Lord.
be finicky or not be able to play, right? NPCs are also like that too. There's a chance they'll come, there's a chance they won't. So
Yeah.
naturally, good
Need
players
to get that.
attract more players to play, and good characters attract more characters to play. So charisma,
Yeah.
But
right?
charisma, yeah, charisma would have had a. If you had
Mm,
more charisma, it would have been a better result with a
yep,
few of them.
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Some players
Yeah.
have
The
really bad
higher.
charisma in real life, right? Some players don't,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they drive the ones who don't have good charisma in real life drive other players away. And same thing, the bad charisma
Yeah.
characters drive NPCs away. Okay.
Bruh, that's why I miss Seb, bro. He used to have so much charisma.
Alright. Poor Abru couldn't bring back his old friends. They weren't up for the challenge
They
this
hate.
week.
They hate me. They hate me, bro.
You're constantly campaigning. They don't want to constantly risk their life every week. So their brain is
True.
getting rotten or like, destroyed. So much stress, right?
Understandable.
Um, okay, so I think we're pretty much ready then. We'll take a small break, and
What
after
about
the break,
the spells for Sever
oh shoot,
or for the acolytes? Yeah.
oh no, he doesn't get any spells. He's a cleric. Clerics
What?
don't get spells until level 2.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
They have to
Yeah.
prove the
Okay.
Yeah.
faith to God. Alright, so take a small break of 5 minutes. When you come back, we'll start the adventure.
Well, what do you boys want to do? You want to try to head to the dangerous place?
I think we should try to go with a smaller adventure now because
Yeah.
we didn't do so well with the bigger party in that one. It's just crawling like it's just a
If that's.
infested
Yeah.
hellhole with those undead, and they'll
Yeah.
just kind of mob us again with
That's
just the
true.
three the five of us, I think.
Yes. Yeah, it's not enough. I don't know what else we can really do. We could try to see if they have some quests in town. You wanna try that?
Yeah, that'd be the best thing to do. Yeah,
We can head to the maybe, or we could go to
then we
the
can
church and see what they can offer. Got pretty good connections there.
I have to look around all the town and just we'll pick the best quest. Give it some time and quest around town. Find the best choice.
Yeah,
Something we can do because it's better to go and pick a quest that we can actually handle and then gain experience from it rather than
yeah,
gain nothing. You know that makes no sense
yeah,
because
yeah.
we made like basically no profit. We went for the big game. Uh, just there earlier
Well,
and
we learned something important. They are defending some. They defending the hell out of something. And I know there's this pool of life. The church is paying like 500 silver for that back there, but it's just like difficult to get there right now. I know. I feel like it's back there though, because they were going
How many?
hard. They flanked
Oh
us.
yeah,
They
they were.
did a lot.
Yeah.
They were going crazy in that area. I feel like that's probably the place, but we just don't have enough people or the right people. Even at that. But yeah, we could check around town.
How many gold does it? How many silver does it take to get a gold?
How many silvers does it take to get a gold? I'm not the. I'm kind of new myself, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know that I think one silver is 10 copper. So, and I
I
think
think Mike
one
knows.
gold.
I think
Oh,
Mike was saying, yeah. You know Mike?
1900 silvers.
How many? 100?
Yeah.
That's quite a bit. Yeah, so it's 5 gold.
yeah, I think one gold equals 100 copper. So, yeah. I know we had this one mission that was gonna give gold, but it ran out of time. It was.
Hmm.
It would have got us like 10 gold. We would have been rich, all of us. I just want to level up one time. That's really what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Bro,
Uh-huh.
it's so hard. Bro. It's really hard. I had to brew it pretty long. He's only like 8 out of 200 XP, bro.
That's why you gotta pick the more manageable quests, because you pick those more manageable quests and you get the higher levels, it's gonna be interesting, you don't necessarily have to make a lot of cash to have fun. It's just the XP, getting those new spells and maybe some new equipment, and you really
I mean, I got
accomplish something
him.
that's. Mhm.
He has a lot of like armor, honestly. Like, he's pretty. Like, I've been able to like manage. I've been getting around. Like, I've been avoiding death without dying just so far. He has a lot of
Yeah.
armor.
What what's Mike's character again?
I think he's a fighter. I'm pretty sure.
Are you a fighter, Mike?
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, okay, good. Because I mean, I don't know. That's why I kind of wanted to pick something with like I don't want to lose my mage because I think I rolled pretty good on the intelligence there, but I think I'm gonna have to use probably have to sacrifice Zephyr at some point here to make sure somebody else doesn't die, like one of the main characters, let's say.
I think we'll be fine as long as we don't do nothing crazy. I'll play tank, I guess. I'm pretty tough. I wish one of my old comrades would decide to, stop being hating me and join up, because they're much stronger than me.
Yeah.
But they don't want to join me.
Alright,
Mm-mm-mm.
gents. It's been roughly 5 minutes. We're gonna start our adventure. So thanks for waiting. Hopefully that was a long enough break. Let's get into it. So, our adventures continue, of course, from the village of Gogefsi, kind of in the middle of the settled regions out here in Scorchmoor. Scorchmoor is a scorched swampland in this world of Dungeons and Dragons. It's a dangerous medieval land where adventurers can attempt to seek their golden glory. To the west are dangerous frontier lands, right? The uncharted. North and south are also dangerous. And east is the largest settled areas that will lead you toward the town of Romolo. But you're here in Gogefsi, kind of the in-between settlement, right? A village on this in this terrible, terrible region, right? But they've managed to survive over the many years, and there's still lots to be done here. Your party is seeking golden glory, and as of recent weeks, adventurers in the region, including some of the members here, have been campaigning against the temple ruins north of Gogefsi. One of the more notable characters in this group is actually Abrul, the veteran, who's with us today, right? He is well known among the clergy at this point, and has been continuing the campaign. He's a young fighter, a veteran, slightly experienced, somewhat seasoned when it comes to the temple ruin now. He's going to likely lead you on the expedition. Otherwise, we have a lot of new characters as well. An old house here, Michael, or House Mike, joining us, the third of the Michael household. Michael the third, also a veteran. Let's see. Let's fix up your name. You're no longer Michael the second. Okay. So the son of Michael is here. Oh, he's gone.
Uh,
Hmm. All right. Well, in that case,
uh,
it's a Brule,
I
and
think he'll be back.
yeah, probably got disconnected.
okay.
A newer house, House Hathaway returning. Sebastian, Sebastian with his new retainer, who is perhaps his squire or servant, right? Another family member is that would be of course Sefer the acolyte, a brother to the church. All right, so we got a party of 4 at the moment since Michael dropped out.
He's quite the
Let's
prodigy.
see.
Uh,
Right. Hello, Fridge. You're welcome to spectate. You're a bit too late. If you really want to play with us, just let me know. I can get you a speed roll character. So, but otherwise, yeah, welcome back and you're welcome to spectate. Alright, so it's currently, oh, he's gone. It's currently the middle of January of year 16, so midwinter, and out here in Scorchmore, it doesn't get very cold, but it does rain a lot during the winter months. So it's,
mm,
today's wet, foggy, and, musty, right? It smells like swamp all around you. Naturally, the settled lands are established in the more livable areas of the region, I suppose, right? Uh, this is one of the few areas in the region that are not just complete swamps. So the village of Ogesi was actually made on, some high ground, some open plains, surrounded by plains and forests and such. Not
mm.
exactly close to any of the swamps, but still you can reach the swamps quite easily if you were to push north or south. Okay, so
Well,
again,
we're
it's
gonna go to the.
yeah, go ahead.
Are we in the town? We're in a town right now.
Yeah, we're in the village
He,
at the moment, and you guys are at your
Yeah,
base camp on the outskirts of the village.
yeah. Me and Abril were like looking to check to see if we could like small
yeah,
contact maybe the church or tavern or
yeah.
something
This
looking
was,
for like a lower level quest because or lower level work. Somebody needs some assistance because it's just the 4 of us now potentially.
yeah. I got a plan. You can check the tavern for quests. I'll go head to the church. All right. I think that's
Okay,
the best way. Yeah, and then we meet it back up at camp. All right.
sounds good.
Okay, so
All
you
right.
guys
Cool.
want to split up and spread out to look for work?
Yeah.
Alright, sounds good. So, Brule, you'll make your way over to the temple, and Sebastian, you'll make your way to the tavern here. Alright,
Yep.
so we're in Galgefsi. Okay, so we'll start with Sebastian. You make your way to the Sleeping Toad Tavern. So, the Sleeping Toad Tavern this morning is serving breakfast. You can smell, it smells like a baked fish and rice. You walk inside, and you can see numerous villagers here this morning having breakfast. The majority are villagers, civilians, and such. A few guards keep a careful watch over the crowd. Upon entering, a guard does warn you that weapons aren't to be used in the establishment. You can carry or you can wear them on your body, but of course, if you cause any trouble, there will be severe consequences. That's what the guard tells you upon entering, because you're one of the few men that are entering with weapons. Everyone else is in civilian clothes and attire. Alright, you walk inside, you and your companion. You can visit the bar. There's a dining area. There's um there's a fireplace. There's a common area where people can just relax. There's a game area if you're interested, and there's also even of course a bathhouse in this tavern.
I'm going to walk up to the bar and speak to the bartender,
Sure. Working
the
the
owner
bar
of the
this morning
tavern.
are 2 young men. One is serving food, you can see, and one is serving drinks. So you go up to, you want to order drinks or do you want to order food?
Um, Yeah, I'll order a drink. Order an ale.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, yeah, the bartender. All right. You go up to the bartender. There's no line at the moment, and he comes to you and says, "Oh, good morning. How can I help the two of you? What?
Hi.
Anything to drink?"
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll take an ale for me and my compatriot,
Okay.
and
Hot or cold?
yeah, we'll both have 2 cold ale.
All right. Sounds good. I'll be right. I'll be right with you. And he goes on to finish pouring someone else's drink, passes it to them. Uh, it's a woman. She's an old woman. She orders a foamy. It looks like a foamy coffee of some sort. She just kind of smiles at the two of you and nods and just begins drinking her nice warm drink this morning. And then soon you have your drinks. Here you are. He sets down 2 pints of cold ales, some ice in there from a cooler you can see in the back.
I pay him with 2 coppers. I think that would be the right price, or how
Oh,
much would
that's
it be?
plenty. Appreciate.
Yeah. Would you happen to know about any kind of work that needs being done, or any kind of hardships faced by any of the villagers?
Oh, looking for dangerous work or village work? He thinks you're
A
looking
Just
for
bit more
dangerous work
dangerous
based on
work.
your equipment, by the way.
Yeah, a bit more dangerous work, I think.
Uh, well, yes. See that crowd over there? He points to a farmer. They're suffering currently from these monsters in their fields. Uh, if you're interested, I need them to be killed. Apparently, the fields are kind of flooded right now, and emerging from the fields are these sort of giant leeches. That's what they're talking about. They lost their dog the other day to the giant leeches. They come in various sizes, but they are experiencing some strange occurrences. The leeches are growing very large and eating anything, sucking the blood of any large animal now. No, not the normal type of leech. Um, Maybe that's something you're interested in. I heard the payment's pretty good,
Well,
but
how big of leeches are we talking here?
the other day they were talking about someone who actually attempted the job. It happened a few days ago. A band of adventurers thought that they could handle it, and they speak of a bite mark the size of a wild dog. Imagine a leech that creates a bite mark the size of a dog's bite,
mm,
drying them nearly dry of any blood. So I don't know if it's true or not, but uh, that farmer and his crew there are still looking for hunters who can take down these giant leeches preying on the fields. They can't really do any work in the fields right now, or get rid of the water until those leeches are killed off.
Well, thank you, bartender. I think I'll go and talk to those farmers then.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. You too.
Enjoy.
Have a good day.
All right, you can walk off to the farmer then, you and Sefer.
Yeah, I walk over to the farmer. Yeah,
All right,
Ian
we'll come back
Sefer.
to you then. We're gonna go into the Abrul's part of the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Abrul, you made your way to the street of the village. Villagers, of course, part ways and let you through the crowd. A few guards watch you carefully, and even some women start to actually, younger women at least, start to perhaps smile when you pass. Right? They recognize you. Oh, it's Abrul. Right? Wow, he's so strong. Right? You've passed through the crowd. You make your way to the temple. Um, Naturally, outside the temple are the quarantine tents where any plague victims are currently being quarantined. There's of course a storehouse where the armory and the guardhouse is outside and surrounding the actual temple, keeping it safe. Within the walls is the actual temple, a wooden temple. Um, and then of course there's a cemetery out here too, if you're interested. The
mm.
people around here are mostly villagers. There are a few holy guards or soldiers of God patrolling the area and guarding the position of the temple. And of course, there are plenty of holy men you can kind of see going in and out of the infirmary or the the tents, right, where sickly are being tended
Mm,
to.
I see. Well, I'm gonna stop at like the front entrance and put down my weapons. Me and Sid, we're gonna store them with the guards.
The guards see you approach, and one of the guards say to you, "Ah, Abril, welcome back. Have any new scores
Uh,
to turn in?"
not today, but I'm gonna see about a job today, Me and my party, we went to the dungeon and the skeletons, they were in hordes and they were desperate to defend a certain area. It was very temptatious. They killed one of my soldiers, Murdoch.
Sorry to hear, brother. Yeah, I remember we got him buried last week. You guys brought him back. His family is pretty appreciative of what you did to risk your life and get him home at least. Get his body home.
Yeah.
Anyway, I assume you're here for work, so I'll take your weapons now. You can enter. Alright, he
All right,
strips the two of you of any weapons and stores them, passes you your tickets, and you're allowed into the temple.
all right.
It's
I'm
morning, so they're in
just
morning prayer if you're interested in joining.
uh, is it is there like do I is it like just a whole bunch of people there, or is it kind of like a little,
So
a little?
every there's a lot of villagers in the village naturally, and there's like different time slots in which people can join morning prayer, if that makes sense. There's probably multiple
Uh,
sessions of morning prayer. So every hour there's at least 10 minutes of morning prayer. Um, and then of course there's 10 minutes, or after that, then it's like normal. Right now they're in the midst of morning prayers.
I see. Yeah, well, I'll sit down and pray with them for a bit. Pray
Okay.
for about Mervic's stuff.
You find a seat. You're sitting between looks like an older man and his daughter. You're sitting next to them. That's the only seat available that you can see, or the closest one. And the old man, you know, just kind of smiles at you when you enter, and you guys pray together. And then after prayers, there's some preaching, 10 minutes of preaching, and then after preaching, uh, everyone's released to go and enjoy some of the breakfast that's been made by the temple. They feed. It's more of a snack, not really a breakfast. But warm bread, cheese, and tomato soup if you're interested. You want to eat here? You haven't
Uh,
eaten yet.
nah, bro's gonna decline. He doesn't want to take from the church and let more people eat.
Okay. So you let them eat, and you excuse yourself. At this point now, you can go and visit the office that you usually go to
Yeah,
find
I'm gonna try
work.
to go there.
Alright. There's a holy guard here who recognizes you and allows you through. And soon you're knocking on the door. You're escorted by one of the holy guards, or the guards here. And they take you to the door. They knock for you. They allow you through, and you can see the adept here, ready to perhaps provide you work. He says to you, of course, good morning. It's it's Adept Mulser, the one you're used to seeing, the second level cleric.
Uh, nice to see you, Adept Monster.
Welcome back, Abril. Looking for work?
Of course.
Very good. We're actually in need of your services today.
Mm.
Alright, come over here.
Bro, he follow. He goes over there.
Do you perhaps have any experience in tracking down, um, or it's not exactly holy work, but
Mm.
recently the cemetery was robbed. Grave diggers came through not last night, but a few nights ago. There were some tracks that led out of the village and into the wilderness. I'm not sure who did it, but someone left in the middle of the night with a great deal of treasure. Treasure that belonged to
Uh,
some of the buried folk in the cemetery. You know, possessions, heirlooms,
Assholes.
and such.
Yes, bad grave robbers.
We were wondering if you might be interested in hunting down some grave robbers for us. Their heads have fetched a decent bounty. It's been paid for by the families of those who were robbed. They want their possessions back and buried with their loved ones, naturally.
I see.
But these men who
Uh,
robbed our cemetery last night, or a few nights ago, definitely skilled thieves. They were able to
Mm,
get past our guards and climb over the walls. So this means they are indeed adventuring thieves. And they're
I
using their
see.
skills for crime. I don't know if you have any expertise in hunting, doing a manhunt and hunting down some thieves, some bandits, but the families are paying quite well. So we're wondering if you might have the capabilities in taking on such a task. Now, if not, no worries. Um, of course, we know this is not your expertise. We know you for guarding our caravans very well, and of course exploring the ruins north of here. So if this is not something you want to partake in, uh, we'll take no offense, of course.
Actually, I would be down to try to hunt them down and kill them. May I have hear the reward, or would that be like conclusive right now? I can't find out inconclusive.
All right, this band of thieves. Their tracks did lead back into the village. We have lost their tracks, but we did get signs of where they might have gone. And most of the tracks led back into the slums of the market. We've, of
See,
course, questioned the locals on if they know of any gangs in the area, and we believe that there was indeed one of the few gangs in our village, unfortunately, might be at fault. And at this point, they've kind of crossed the line too far and have committed a real crime. Most of these gangs, of course, don't cause much trouble for, at least they don't get caught causing much trouble in our village, but this gang might be out of line, and we need you to hunt them down. We believe this gang is known as the Black Rooster Gang, and their leader is, of course, known as the Black Cock. So he's a large man who always wears black, and he's quite an intimidating fella, but his gang usually operates in the night, and
see.
they of course are in charge of some of the trade that goes on around here. Particularly they sell um, jewelry and buy jewelry. So they are not exactly from Gagefsi. They're also foreigners, so it'd be easy to distinguish them from the rest. We need you to exterminate them, or at least recover the stolen goods. You think you can take on such a task? You'll find most of them, maybe track the rest of them down from the slums, of course.
Mm. I I'm down to take it, but I'll have to see with my party. Could I get one day to at least come back and
Of
confirm?
course. Abril, I
Thank you.
must warn you also. This is a task that the temple rarely takes on, but it's of course to return something that was stolen to the family that deserves it. We're not exactly asking you to murder these men, but these men are not going to let you take the treasure back without a fight. And I can't let you leave without you promising that you won't tell anyone that I've provided you with such information, and that the church will be associated with, of course, a bounty hunt. We typically don't place bounties on humans, but this human or this group of humans have violated members of the church.
Of course,
Is that
brother. I
understood?
won't disclose answers. I won't. I couldn't imagine somebody grave robbed Mervok in his terrible state. So I understand completely. I won't tell anybody, or I won't let a tongue
Alright,
slip about this.
perfect. I also have a small reward for you if you take on this task before you even start. We would prefer that you don't kill these gang members, but incapacitate them. Perhaps it might mean to disable them for life, but at least you will not murder them. And he shows you what he has available, right? His acolytes show you a weapon rack. They open up a weapon rack, covering the weapon rack, which is a tarp. But it's an assortment of blunt weapons, maces, pole maces, and yeah, you see about three maces. You see uh, two pole maces, and you see four clubs, and you see one silvered morning star. And he
Ooh.
says you can pick from any of these weapons to use, and you can keep it if you take this task.
Uh, After I confirm with my group, I would be much likely. That Silver Morning Star seems like it's calling my name, probably.
Very
But
good.
I'll try to agree to the terms of no killing. But I can't confirm that they will go with ease like that.
It is going to be a very dangerous task, though, Brule. So I'm hoping you have one of your larger parties this week to take on the rival gang.
Uh, yeah, I'll go
You think
confirm with my
about it.
party, and
No worries if you can't take on
yeah,
such
I'll
a
think
task.
of it.
We've got plenty of time. Whether it's this week or next week, there will be time. If the task is not completed now, perhaps another group will complete it. Perhaps you will come back and still find us in need of your help. But again, these wealthy families, good members of the church, followers of God, have paid us very well to, of course, return their stolen goods. Alright, good luck. Have a good day, and God bless
All
you.
right, bro. Thank you, bro. You too.
Alright, you're led out of the office and back into the area of worship in the temple, but we're going to go back to Sebastian's scene at the
Yeah.
tavern. So, Sebastian, you left the bar and you approached the group of farmers. The farmers, you can see uh, this morning they're just having breakfast, and you can clearly see one of them is seeing your group approach and actually waves you over and says, "Hey, you, come over here.
Hi. Yes. Hail.
You
Good
look pretty
day,
strong.
sir.
You both look pretty strong. Would you guys have interest in perhaps hunting down some dangerous monsters?"
Yes, I heard from the barkeep there that you were looking for some adventurers to help you destroy some leeches that were plaguing your farm.
Yeah. So, and then the other farmer gets up. Our swamps, our fields are flooded, and now they're swarmed by terribly monstrous-sized leeches. We need someone like you to kill them. And the younger farmer says, "Yes, yes. You see, our fields, we're the south farm, and the south farm gets the worst of it. All the water drains south, and our fields are now flooded. But we can't clear the flood, and we can't return to work until those monsters are killed. Uh, we're we're looking for anyone that can help us."
Yeah, what size? Did you get a look at these leeches? How big they were, by any chance? Good
They
farmer?
don't. Yeah, the farmers say, "Well, we have fought the leeches a few times, but they are very fast in the water. They look in the swamps or they look in our fields at the moment and have been attacking um, by surprise. But in the water, they're extremely fast, and none of us dare to go into the fields to fight them off because they're so fast. They are roughly 3 to 4 feet long."
And did you find something that seems to draw the leeches more than something else?
Our blood.
Blood seems to draw the leeches?
The farmers nod.
Thank
But
you.
when we bring
Yes,
the leeches upon us, they are extremely aggressive. We need a strong warrior like the two of you to kill them.
yeah, that's I think I might be able to help you, but I'm gonna have to confirm with my partner first, but I can promise you that I'll be able to come back quickly and tell you what we'll do regardless. So I'll be back in before midday.
We look forward to your assistance.
Thank you, farmer. Good day, sir.
And you hear one of the farmers whisper, "Were they 3 to 4 feet long, or 3 to 4 yards long? I can't remember. What's? Yeah, they don't know how to do math, so you get them
Oh
confused
God,
on whether they're 3 to 4 feet long or 3 to 4 yards long."
Lordy, that's scary.
Well, I mean, if it's a flooded field, I don't think they're going to be that big because they'd be way more
I
visible.
mean,
And so they're definitely big, but they're not scary to me.
I
But
mean, they're
I
they
mean,
should be.
I think I'll go back to our bureau and see what he has to say though.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
We're
I
gonna.
walk back to our
Yeah.
bureau where he's at over at
Yeah.
the
Abril?
clerics.
Alright.
Yeah, our bureau.
So you leave the tavern, and you guys did talk early in the morning that you would meet back up at the base camp on the outskirts of the village.
Right.
So you want to head back to base camp, or do you want to find him at the temple?
I think I'll
Mm,
find him at the temple.
All right. So you're making your way to the temple now. Abril, as soon as you finished at the temple and retrieved your weapons and armor, would you make your way back to base camp, or would you just chill out at the temple?
I will wait at the front of the temple.
All right. So you just kind of spend some
Yeah,
time waiting at the temple,
yeah, you know.
waiting around. Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually, Sebastian, um, you make it to the temple, and you see Abril not doing what he said he would this morning, which was make his way back to base camp when he was finished. Instead, you find him and his retainer just relaxing outside the temple.
I approach Abrul and I hail him, and I say, hail, Abrul. Uh, how goes it?
Uh, it's it's a little bit disinteresting. I got a quest to kill some bandits, grave robbers even.
Interesting. Robbers, you say? Uh, I have had some run-ins with robbers myself, and with previous family, and I've heard stories. I heard them to be quite dangerous. I'm not sure
Mm,
that I'd be interested in such a quest.
understandable. Did you find anything?
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good opportunity, pretty good quest for us in this flooded farmers' fields that are infested with terrible leeches that could be extremely long. But then the farmers are maybe not the brightest of folk, and
Mm,
maybe I think the leeches are quite big, but I don't think they're anything we can't handle. I've got a plan in mind. I think should be able to sort out the leeches rather easily.
oh, I see. I
Um,
see. So you say huge leeches, you said?
yes,
That's
man-eating
all.
leeches,
Man and your leeches. I mean, it beats going to the dungeon and facing whatever the hell is there. So I'm down for a game.
right? Well, we should yeah, check back with our provisions. Well, I guess we won't really need that much, but I think I have everything I need, and Sepher, I think he has everything he needs. Don't you, Sepher? And yeah, Sepher just replies, or does how does that work exactly with these recruits? Like, would the dungeon master reply?
Oh yeah,
Alright.
they're NPCs. Your retainers are NPCs,
Okay,
so you can talk to them if
yeah.
you want.
So yeah, what do you think, Sepher? Do you think it would be a good idea to take the quest?
All right, let me see his reaction to it. Basically, it's a morale check. What's your charisma?
My charisma is 7.
Oof.
He's confident. I believe in it. If
Hmm.
Sebastian thinks we can take on the leeches and that the farmers are not very smart, I think Sebastian's smarter, naturally. He is, after all, medium. And I'm a holy man. I believe we have what it takes to take down the leeches. I'm in.
Alright, brothers. Let's take them. Let's take some leeches down.
Well, my quest will require some resources, and I actually just spent the last of my copper at the tavern trying to gather information uh, to ensure. I think I might have been overzealous though.
Ugh.
Do you have any coin, perhaps?
I mean, I'm pretty broke myself per se, but I think I got like maybe a couple, like 10 coppers, maybe.
Yeah, that's. I think that'll be exactly what we need.
Okay.
Um, my plan is, I think we need to go and acquire uh, some blood, as much blood as we can get, in fact, and
Blood.
blood and a vessel to carry the blood in, and
Uh,
it's going to
interesting.
be essential to my plan. Basically, what my plan is we're going to collect this blood, probably from like maybe like the farmers or anybody who is looking to slaughter animals. We'll pay them to slaughter the animals now to be able to acquire the blood, because normally they'll
But
just drain the blood from the animal.
Yeah.
after when they're slaughtering it through the slaughtering process, so they'll be more than happy to accept our copper to be able to for us to collect their blood, and we can use this blood to draw the leeches in, and then I'll be able to put them to sleep once we are fully they're fully collected, and then we will basically we'll basically kind
Yeah.
of shoot the leeches, and
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have Sepher go out into the swamp and probably kill them, and maybe and then I think you're gonna have to risk it and then take them out the rest of the
Uh,
way. And if
Alex,
yeah, sorry.
this is one thing I want to tell you. The bigger the monster, the more likely magical things tend to work, especially like sleep. They're very, I don't know what it is, but it's just like they don't get as much as affected by it since they're so much mass, I guess. So depending on how big they are, that might not work as well. That's all I want to just tell you about the plan.
Well, we could also I think the next best thing also after that then would be to also go and into the forest and collect some pieces.
Woods.
Just go and get some wood. I have a hatchet, a hand axe, and I think it would also be a good idea to get some to kind of sharpen some just to kind of get ourselves some kind of throwing spears to be able to use at the leeches. Although the sleep spell might not actually put them completely to sleep, I do think it will slow them, and the blood will definitely draw them.
Yeah, of
Um,
course. They're leeches. They love blood. That's just natural.
and so we're going to be able to have a good opportunity to attack them. And we're definitely going to set it up so that we are hiding, so that they're not going to know that we're there, and we're going to have a good opportunity to get them, by surprise. So we should be able to kill quite a few of them that way. And then when I
Mhm.
cast sleep, or then you're when you're going in to actually attack them, like
Yeah,
I don't think
I'll
it should
fight
be a
them.
problem. I think you'll be able to handle them.
All right, brother. I
If
like the way you're thinking. Let's do it.
I do think you should, however, probably go and buy a bandage because we don't really have anybody that can heal you, and we need to make sure you don't die.
I
So
mean, yeah, I
my
don't have a lot
suggestion
of money.
would
Relative.
be to go and get a bandage first, and then the rest of the money we'll use to pay for the blood and the vessel
Okay.
to carry it in.
Let's go to the market then. Let's go buy some
Yes,
stuff.
Alright, let's
Let's go over
document.
there.
sure.
Alright, so you've discussed for a good time out at the temple together, going over plans and such. And soon you break from the temple and make your way to the markets. It's around late day now, it's around 1000 hours. And now you're in the markets and you're shopping. What do you want to buy first?
How much money do I have right now?
It says you have 11 coppers.
Ooh. So you wanna buy blood first? Let's do that.
Well, I'm basically thinking of you know, well, how much does it cost for a bandage? Let's check on that
Yeah.
first.
How much does a bandage cost?
Alright, you go through the markets looking for herbs and bandages and such. You find some medical supplies for sale. Rolls of bandages are 1 copper for a roll of bandages.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
It's one bandage,
it's
please.
definitely going to be well worth it because I'm sure you're going to. My plan requires you to put yourself in quite a bit of risk, unfortunately. Um,
Uh, you know me. I mean, hopefully I come out alive.
Alright, Sebastian, you want to buy it?
I have no money.
Oh shoot,
I don't
I'll
have
Abril,
buy
do you
it.
want to buy
I'm
it?
buying it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
And who's
buying
gonna
one
take the
bandage.
bandage?
Uh,
Avril,
Or who's gonna carry
I'll
it?
you'll
to
need
keep
it.
it in.
You'll take it? Okay.
Yeah.
Abril, you have a
What
bandage?
is what is this who is this man with you again, Avril? I forgot his name. Could you remind me?
Sid. Sid.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
And what is his oh he
A
is
bit.
he's a cleric much like Zephyr is, right?
Yeah, he's pretty skilled at praying, you know. He's a new recruit. Smoke guy.
Right. Well, I mean, I think we're gonna have to get Sefer and Civ to go in and attack. Well, all three of you actually to go in there. I don't think I would be much help attacking. I
Uh,
will if I absolutely have to save your life, but
I,
at
I
the
mean,
moment,
I can fight him. I can fight him, but Sid, he's not
well,
really
we have
much of
to
a.
we have to kill them as quickly as possible because
I
if we
know.
don't and if they start to attach themselves to you, they could kill
Yeah,
you.
I
Um,
definitely will die.
so we
But
have to we have to attack them all at once as and kill
yeah,
them as quickly as possible if we're to succeed, or we could well die.
Sid can play back in. Who's your guy? Your
Sever,
Zephyr.
cleric,
He can.
skilled cleric, and
I don't think he's that much of a fighter as well, but they barely both are good at in range, right?
yeah.
Yeah, they can play. They can just play range. They can support me from behind. I don't want them to get hurt or fighting at least.
All
I
right,
think
yeah.
that's the plan. So are we buying blood now? Or
Yeah. How much would it cost to how much time would it take to build a spear, would you say, Eric Erican Icon Dungeon Master?
spear?
A spear? Well, oh, by the way, yeah, you can
Just
just call
a
me Dungeon Master, but
Dungeon Master, yeah.
um, spear is you'll have to get the materials first. Uh,
Right.
depends on what kind of spear. If you want to create an actual spear, like a steel spearhead, you're gonna have to
Just a
make
natural
that.
spear, yeah, just made of wood, yeah.
Okay, so just a wood spear sharpened at the end, so just like a wood stake, a long wood stake almost. Or do you mean to have like an actual spearhead, like made of flint or steel? Because
No,
crafting
just
one,
just a just a just a wooden spear that
oh,
would be all natural, but be kind of like heavy enough to be thrown and get some decent weight behind it. But yeah, just a
sure.
simple
So a
natural
wooden
spear.
spear, probably take you maybe first you will find you need to find a stick, then you can just sharpen it, right? Cut it down into a spear shape. It'll probably take 10 minutes. First the materials.
Okay, well
Finding the materials
we
is
should
gonna take
definitely
longest.
right. Okay, well I think that Eberl, I think we should definitely make those spears because we need as many we need as many ability to kind of attack these leeches at a range because they're going to be deadly. We need to make the most of our surprise attack so that when you and Sepher
So yeah, I
and
can. Sid,
sorry
Sid, yeah.
and Civ uh when you all go in there and attack, like we'll make the most of it. And hopefully we can kill them all at once. But if not, then once the sleep wears off, we're gonna have to really deal with them. Like they're gonna be going hard at us, and someone could
Yeah,
easily die at that point.
if they're
So
asleep, we
let's
can definitely deal with them quick enough. But if not, it is what it is.
well, let's go take care of those spears first, and we'll
Yeah, don't,
because
shouldn't we buy the
Zephyr has
blood here?
well we have to uh well, there's no rush because the farmers can't do anything until these things are gone. Unlike these thieves you were talking about,
Yeah.
the farmers have already been waiting a long time, so they can wait another day if
Oh,
necessary. But it shouldn't take too long to make these spears. I know I have a pretty good idea of how to make some good ones. But Zephyr has uh, no projectile weapons, it seems, so he'll definitely need something. He'll
oh,
need some
he doesn't
weapons
have
to
any projectile.
none
Yeah.
whatsoever. Yeah.
I can give you I can give him my slingshot till he if you want, or you don't have to. I was just suggesting.
How
Sling is
much
pretty
strength
good.
would I need to throw a spear?
A slingshot is it's only a sling and 30 stones. I can let you borrow it to the end of the mission.
Like the DM, like how much strength would you need to throw a spear with some accuracy? Let's say 20 feet away.
So a normal spear is really effective, but a wooden spear is not that good. Um, it's decent, but the damage is pretty low. The damage is 1d3 for a wooden spear.
That's still better than nothing.
A sling and 30 stones though is 1d4 damage.
Oh, see.
Yeah. Let you
Well,
borrow my sleep.
do you have another ranged weapons for yourself? And does
Nah.
The
Sid
benefit
Sid has one,
to
but
the wooden
I
spears though is that you can use them in melee for one thing, and secondly, if you get them stuck in the monster will be weighed down naturally, right? You can disable weapons, or in that case, you can just add more
yeah.
weight to the monster as it moves around.
yeah, I think you better definitely make some at least like say 3 spears for yourself, maybe
Okay.
4 even, Iberil, because we're all gonna need ranged weapons to attack these things, and then you're gonna have to charge in and kill them with melee.
Yeah, I get your point. Alright. Let me
Let's get to work with spears.
yeah, let's make the spears.
So you guys want to go out and
Even
gather
though
materials, or do you guys want to buy anything else
Yeah.
in the village?
Oh, yeah, we could buy. Well, let's wait, and because when we draw the blood, it's gonna start rotting, and it won't have the same effect as when it
yeah,
will be freshly drawn. So we'll just go make this. We'll collect the materials and make the spears first.
okay. Let's go make the spears.
All right. So the village of Gagesi is built in open plains. There are some trees, but the trees are sparse at this point. Most of the area has been deforested already. So naturally, Gagesi is surrounded by countryside, and the countryside contains farmlands, right? So the fields have very few trees. If any trees are out there, they're saplings, or they're just really large trees, right? That weren't cut down because they're just so large to cut down. So pretty much that's
You
that.
could
So do you want to cut down
you could
saplings?
fashion a you could fashion a fine. Well, how when you say saplings, I mean like you're
Young
talking about
trees.
something that would. Yeah, I mean even like the oh it's randoms talking to you, DM.
Random, you're interrupting a game. Can you mute yourself?
Yeah, what?
You're interrupting the game. Can you mute yourself?
Oh shit.
But he was saying if it was too late, but I assume it's probably too late.
Yes, far too late.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's let's like so would do you think these saplings would be big enough to make a wooden spear out of, like you were saying, the 1d3?
The saplings, you can cut down a sapling. The whole sapling itself, if you shave off the twigs or branches, could be turned into a wooden spear, indeed.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go and we'll harvest at least we'll harvest enough materials to be able to make at least 4 of these spears.
Alright, so 4 saplings then?
Yep.
Alright, you'll need tools. Hand axe is a weapon. It's not a tool. If you use it to cut down a tree, you're gonna damage this weapon pretty easily. A wooden axe, when meant for cutting trees down, will not get damaged. But if you use a hand axe, it'll become damaged because it's meant for combat. It's a thin blade.
Right.
So do you want to use the hand axe anyway on the trees, or?
Yeah, let's use the hand axe. I can just repair it later. I don't expect that I'll need it for combat.
Alright. So the hand axe, maybe one tree will cause light abuse, light damage, but more than one tree, it's gonna be heavy abuse. It'll become heavily
Well,
damaged.
when sapling.
One sapling will lightly damage it, start chipping it, and then more than that will stress the blade out enough to the point where, of course, it might even crack, right, or chip. When you have chipping, of course, that's when it's going to be permanently damaged, right? So permanent damage can be, or nearly permanent damage can be, of course, somewhat repaired, but at a high price. Basically, you have to sharpen or chisel or shave the axe down so much to the point where it's a smaller blade, but even again, right? So that
Damn, just from
heavy,
saplings.
yeah, from saplings. It's a weapon, so
Oh,
you're
that's
hacking
that's
at
still worth
saplings
it.
for multiple
This
swings,
will
right?
be this will be totally effective. At least I'll get a totally good use out of this. So
Mhm. Yeah,
as long as I could make 4 spears out of this hand axe, and
definitely
if
could.
it breaks doing it, it'll be worth it.
Mhm. All right. Probably won't break unless it was a lot of saplings, right? Like a day's work. But 4 would definitely heavily damage it, at least chip it, right? You'll see something chip off maybe after cutting down 4 saplings. Saplings are maybe as wide as your forearm, right? So you
Right.
go around cutting down saplings from the base, and then of course you shave off. Also, you have these same axe to shave off branches and twigs, so that it's just a nice smooth pole, right, or straight piece of wood. And then from there, you might shave it and cut it down. Peel the bark off, smooth it out so it doesn't hurt. Or if you're not interested in doing that, you can of course just keep the bark on there and just shave off the end, right? So, um,
Like you're saying, the bark would cause the enemy more damage,
no,
or
the bark would basically just kind of, uh, the bark, all it really does is it peels, right? It's just there. So you can leave the bark on if you want. It just doesn't feel, the grip is not that good, right? Naturally,
oh
versus if you were to shave off the bark and then wax the wood or smooth it out.
yeah, let's definitely do that then. Uh,
Okay, so you're gonna need tools for waxing. Waxing, you're gonna need like some type of sanding tool from the village.
hmm. Are you sure that because I would assume like with the bark would offer more grip because it's like more textured.
Yeah, yeah, I suppose. The only bad part is that it's really wet, right? It's rainy season, so it's peeling as you're holding it, right? Or cutting it apart. That's why it's not
Well,
as
just
grippy.
well, we could like work. We could simply work the wood, rubbing it to kind of cause anything that's going to come off, and
Hmm.
then we could simply etch the wood with the hand axe to kind of cause a rough grip. That
Yeah,
would
you
probably be
could do
good
that.
enough.
I mean,
Let's
etching
do
the whole
that
thing
then.
will take a very, very long time. I'm assuming you want to be time efficient. So
Well,
definitely,
just the part that it needs
mm,
just the part that it needs to throw,
okay,
like the
sure.
middle.
And sounds like you want throwing spears, so you want javelins. So they'll be about 5 foot long. Or do you want throwing spears, which are a lot longer and heavier, which are
Uh,
around 8 feet long.
which are the 1d3?
Uh, the javelins, the smaller ones that you make, would deal 1d2. The spears, the throwing spears, would be 1d3.
What's the range of the spears?
It'd be the same as any kind of other spear. Let's see,
Oh, any
which
other
is
projectile? Okay, yeah, let's go with those then.
the spear range. If you were to throw a spear, max range is 60 feet,
Oh, that's really far. That's more than enough.
and
Yeah,
javelins
that's
go
great.
90 feet. They go further.
I don't think we'll need that much.
All right, you'll make
That
some
would be
wooden
enough.
spears then. So Sebastian sets out to do this, and you're assisted by your retainer. So as you cut down saplings, you can start breaking off branches with his bare hands. He doesn't really have any tools to help. Tools that can help, of course, in this process would equal like machetes, knives, hammers, chisels, perhaps definitely wood axes. Perhaps those are the main tools that would help in this situation. So
Do
knives and
you have an
axes.
axe, April?
No, I don't have a knife, unfortunately.
As these two
Who was
work,
the other
Abro, how would you like to do? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
who was the other player that had the other hand axe last game?
I think it was Carm.
Ah, okay. Uh, well, it might take a bit longer, but I think we'll just use the hand axe. I don't want to damage Ebril's weapons because that would be not a good idea. I think better just let my hand axe take all the damage, so his is going to be sharp and ready for the battle.
Hmm.
Sorry, I
Right.
can't help. I didn't know we were going to be making wood spears.
We get to work.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's my plan, so I'll take the shot this time.
So out in the countryside, out in the outskirts of the village, away from the settled or the more, populated areas here, you've got some privacy. You get to work. Sebastian, you go out there, you start hacking at some saplings, and your goal is 4 saplings. As you do this, your retainer would start to strip the saplings of the bark maybe or the vegetation on them, branches and twigs. He will strip them down to basically a wooden pole, which will be shafted or cut down into a spear, right? And then of course, Abrul, so the two of them work on building wooden spears. What would you like to work on or do?
Well, I can't really. I mean, I could try to help them. Is there anything I could do to help, or they? It's not much room.
Some ideas. I
Maybe
mean, it's up to you of how you
I
want to
could
help.
take a break. I could take a break and then let
Mm,
Abriel take
mm.
the tool, so
Yeah,
I could double my efforts,
yeah,
and then we could both work faster that way.
yeah.
Yep, take turns cutting down saplings. The other retainers can just work on peeling branches off.
It's a lot of work, so
Mm.
passing like really working hard and passing the work off should get it done double fast
All right,
or certainly
so
faster.
finding the saplings doesn't take terribly long. I would say there's maybe a 10-minute period in between finding each new sapling. Cutting down a sapling will take a roughly a turn, 10 minutes to cut down one sapling. And then as you're cutting down saplings, of course they're peeling off branches. Peeling off all the branches takes maybe about a turn, 10 minutes. And then cutting them down to spears maybe takes a turn. So technically, your whole task doesn't take terribly long. You work together efficiently, and it pretty much takes you maybe an hour or two to create 4 wooden spears. Is it one for
Right.
every character, or who's taking the
No,
wooden
it's just
spears?
four. It's just four for Admiral.
Bro. All right, they weigh 5 pounds
He'll
each, so that's 20 pounds worth of wooden spears.
how much can Admiral carry?
Brule is already heavily encumbered. I mean,
Uh,
Yeah.
usually he moves at medium
he
footman
could
because he takes off his armor and puts on his meal. But for combat or before entering a dungeon, he puts his armor on.
well, he could probably give all of his food to. I don't think his compatriot has anything carrying.
I already gave my compatriot. He has the food. I'm just really like armored out, so I'm really
Sepher
heavy
doesn't carry much.
in
Sepher can
combat.
hold on to the spears for now until he's ready to
Yeah.
throw them.
Well, I'll give Sefer my bag with all my food, so he can carry that, and then is there anything that I could carry for you, Brule, to make your load lighter?
You can do the four
It's not.
spears. Let's see.
Yeah, you can just. I'll let you have the spear. So
Yeah, I'll carry the spears up until because we're gonna ambush these things,
yeah,
these leeches, so it's not gonna we don't really have to worry about you don't have to worry about holding all the spears. You'll probably lay them on the ground
Mm-hmm.
and at your side, and then you will be throwing every single one of them. You want to get maximum, damage on
yeah,
these things when they're slept, and then you're gonna charge them and berserk them,
yeah. I
and
got it.
that's the plan basically. But I'll hold them up and so I'll carry half the load or as much as is needed so that you're not too tired,
Yeah,
too encumbered by them.
All right.
So we can both walk easy. So I'll be giving my bag of and my bag with all the food to Sepper at this point.
By
He
the
has
way,
all the
we
food
did
and
skip
needs.
breakfast, so the men are a bit grouchy, and your characters have a -1 from hunger. And it's about lunchtime now. It's 12 p.m. after your day's
Right.
work so
yeah. Let's
far.
see.
The
Sounds
workday
like it's
ends
time
at
to eat.
4 p.m. That's when the
Yeah,
characters no longer want to work, naturally, because they've already done their 8-hour shift of adventuring.
yeah. Let's see. And
What
then
time of day did you say it was,
It's
DM?
12 p.m. now, so they missed the breakfast.
12. Right.
At least 2 of you had drinks this morning, which was nice, but everyone's hungry as fuck, especially after working. You guys want to
Right.
stop for lunch?
Yeah.
Lunch period is 1
Yeah, we're
hour,
good.
yeah,
so it'll take you
Yeah,
to
that's
13
let's
or
been
see.
14
fine.
hours. Okay, 1 p.m. Alright, your men stop for lunch. You build a campfire, you start cooking up your meals. That's 1 pound each, unless you guys want to have a heavy lunch to compensate for breakfast.
Let's do that.
Heavy lunch?
Yeah.
Alright, that makes everyone
Okay.
happy. So even your own characters get happy from that. Alright,
So
you
how much
have two
food do
pounds
we
of
have
food.
total? I had 30 pounds of food,
We'll
I think.
use
You
should we
used
use
to.
Sid's food first, or should we use Sephir's food first?
Let's share. I'll use half and
Well, we
Yeah, we
can
could
just use
just
up
make sure
one
that
split it.
pile of food first, so that it relieves the weight
Okay.
from one character.
yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Mm,
are we gonna use from Sephir's
I,
stock
I
or
can do.
Sid's stock first?
I can use some
how much?
SIDS. I
Uh,
have the same amount as you.
Sid's? Okay, so
Okay.
if everyone eats 2 pounds of food each, there's 4 of you, 8 pounds of food is lost for the heavy lunch. We're at 22
All
pounds of
right.
food
Yeah,
on Sid,
So that
so
makes
plenty of food left.
52 pounds total between
yeah,
the
we
two of us.
good.
Yeah,
All right. All right.
okay.
Yeah.
Lunch
Let's
is
eat.
passed. Y'all ate. It's 1300 hours. Your characters will work for another 3 hours today.
No.
Alright, what do you guys want to do next for the day's work?
Let's go. Let's
Begin the hunt,
let's
or
go and
If,
secure the
when we
yeah,
gotta get the blood.
since the day is almost over actually, we're gonna have to call it quits now because we have to make sure we've got plenty of daylight because I wouldn't want it to
Yeah,
hit the darkness with no torches and these things are gonna
yeah,
get a lot more dangerous at that point.
yeah. They probably can see in the dark. Be pretty horrible.
No, yeah, let's call it a day for now and let's cut our losses this day and then we'll be able to start fresh the next day.
alright, you want to cut your men early?
Energize. Ready to
Let them do
kill.
their own thing early. Ensure the
Sorry, what
rest
was that,
period.
Yeah,
Burl?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well let's have a let's just kind of uh
The
finish
men could
our.
work for 3 more hours if you want them to do anything else. Maybe make more wooden spears if you want. Or you can, of course,
Yeah,
release your
sure.
men early.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Make it
That's
sweet.
I'll basically tax the hand axe as much as it can go, I suppose, and we'll get as many more spears for a brawl as possible.
Okay. You get back to work. You guys go and start hacking up saplings, breaking off branches, cutting them down into spears, taking turns. Basically, uh, time will pass, and how many more do you hope to or how many more spears do you hope to cut down or make? And I'll tell you how many you actually can make from there.
Yeah, let's go with just like four more if possible.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. That's fine. So you assign your men
Okay.
4 more spears to work on, and they go around. It takes about 10 minutes to reach a sapling. It takes about 10 minutes to cut it down. And as soon as you cut one down, you would start moving to the next one. And it's like we've got a process though. So no one just stands there and watches idly. Um, you would pass the cut down sapling to someone to shave or break down into just a pole. Once they're completely stripped into poles, you would start chiseling them down into actual spears. So technically, the process of making one spear takes around maybe 30 minutes each, right? Um, so with 3 hours, 4 is definitely within that ballpark or within that time frame possible. So you have added 4 more wooden spears to the stockpile. Let's see, who's gonna carry them around? These new ones.
We'll split them equally among us, and you know, somebody will probably have to
Okay.
be encumbered likely,
The only one that
but it
shouldn't be
won't matter.
carrying one around because if he wants to be in his armor, he's heavy footman. But that would of course just be a rule. If he carries these, they're 5 pounds. That can really, I mean, he's already heavily encumbered, so it doesn't really make it terribly much of a difference to him.
All right.
Okay. So wooden spear on every character then.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the main carrier of the wooden spears though is was it Sebastian, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 5 wood spears, and then Sefer has 1 wood spear. Sid acquires 1 wood spear. Right, and of course, a Brule. You gain 1 wood spear.
All
Ready?
right. Let's. Oh, sorry.
Should we rest then go in the morning, right?
Yeah. Let's go to sleep, and we'll head in for tonight. We'll eat dinner first, just to make sure that we're well fed for in the morning, and we'll have breakfast, and we'll start out with our plan.
Alright,
Alrighty.
let's use up some of Sefer's food though, or do you guys want to keep using Sid's food?
I'll use Zephyr's food now. Yeah.
Alright, to feed the 4 of you, it's 4 pounds for dinner. Sefer's down to 26 pounds of food. Okay,
Right.
you guys get some sleep. The evening hours pass by uneventfully. There's only one chance to encounter animals on the outskirts of the village. Nothing was encountered. Night shift. Alright, you're resting in the outskirts of the village. Nothing was encountered. By morning of the next day, you're able to eat breakfast. It cost 4 pounds of food. We'll use it from Sefer. Sefer's down to 22
Yeah.
pounds.
That's good.
Alright,
All
and
right.
then you guys can set out on your adventure.
All right. So, Brule, my plan is to go and use the rest of our as little as possible. Obviously, I don't think it'll cost
Yeah.
that much because these farmers need to kill these animals anyways. All we're doing is just getting them to kill
Speed.
them a little bit faster than they
Yeah.
would otherwise, and then we just need to go buy a vessel. So let's go and find the vessel. Any kind of a sheepskin or some kind of a animal skin will be more than enough. We're gonna we have to find quite a bit of vessels to be able to hold as much blood as we possibly can. The plan will require as much blood as possible. So we're gonna have to go find those vessels first, and then see how much they cost. So we should head out to town and
Alright,
look into that.
I'm down. Let's go.
Alright, you make your way into the markets in the village. You want to buy animal skins, or do you want to buy like There's also wine skins, or I mean, like water skins and such, where you can put
Pretty much
liquids
the
in.
anything that's going to be cheapest and the largest volume for the money.
There's also pots
Yeah.
if you're interested.
Yeah, sure,
Mm.
whatever's. Well, I mean, yeah, that'll all work for the most part.
I can give you the prices. Let's see. So if you're interested, a water skin or wine skin, so to speak, an animal skin that contains water, right? A bladder, an animal bladder, one that can contain 10 pints or a gallon, pretty much, costs 2 copper pieces if you're interested. Smaller ones are available if you want. A pot, on the other hand, a normal
Oh,
sized pot, which contains 20 pounds or 20 pints, 2 gallons, right? Only costs 5 coppers for a normal pot. You can buy
That
a
sounds
large
good.
pot for 10 coppers. It carries 40 pounds or 40 pints, which is basically 4 gallons.
you want to go the biggest, or you want to go something normal?
We're have to buy pretty much as much as we can.
All right,
Uh, how much
get
more
the.
copper do you have, bro?
I think I have 10, so I can get the large pot.
Yeah, let's go with a large pot.
All right, cool.
Now we now we only need to go to the farmers and get them to slaughter an animal and well, possibly a couple of animals, and then we'll pay them with what we have left, and we'll also promise to pay them possibly if necessary with the reward
Whoa.
after we're finished.
Yeah, we can see if they got any animals that they need to just die right now.
Yeah, let's
Let's
go and
head
do
out.
that.
Alright, so
Yeah, come
you
on.
sure you want to make the purchase of the large pot?
Yep,
Okay. Costs 10
because
coppers.
it's not going to matter because we're just going to kind of go there and uh, it's not going to matter because there won't be any like we'll watch for leeches, and if there are leeches, we won't be there. We'll wait, and so we can have all the time in the world to set up a basically a blind and enough time for us to do our thing to pour the or just smash the pot in the water. Really, you could just pick it up and throw it into the water and smash against. I guess you could just kind of like smash the top off and just pour the water in there and
Oh, probably no more water might be.
Alright,
I
we've
mean, I
lowered
mean,
it
I mean
down
the
to
blood.
0
Sorry, the
coppers, by
blood.
the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
This
Sorry.
large pot, to give you an idea of its size, again, it can contain up to, imagine, 4 gallons of milk,
40
right? That's
pints.
how large it is.
Right, or 40 pints of blood.
40 pints, and basically, it's like a large cauldron, right? Like one you would
Yeah.
sit over a fire. So it takes about 2 people to carry comfortably, right? Because it's such a large item. There's 2 handles on each side. One person could carry it, but it's very awkward, right? And slows you down. You move at half speed because of its size.
No, it's fine. Yeah, this'll work fine for my plan. Yeah, let's purchase this.
Sick can
And
carry
we'll.
it.
Sorry.
All
Sick
right,
can carry it, I think, right?
Sid, you want him to carry it by himself, or do you want both retainers to help each other carry
Yeah,
it?
let's use both retainers
Uh,
to kind of awkwardly carry it.
yeah.
Yep. All right, they
That's
carry it
safely.
together through the village streets.
Okay,
You've
next
acquired one
next.
large pot, which has been assigned to one of the 2 retainers, to be the keeper of the pot. So it's going to be put on Sid then. Sid is the owner of the large pot, and Sefer helps him carry it.
Right. Okay, so let's go to the farmers now and get the blood.
Yeah.
All right. You visit the South Farm. Is that fine? The one that you heard they were
Uh,
from.
whatever the biggest farm is would be the best one, I guess. Yeah.
The
So,
biggest
yeah,
farm is
we're
the
going to
North
the.
Farm.
Let's go to the North Farm then. How far away is that?
But wait. Are we supposed to be helping the South Farm?
Oh yeah. Well, we're just going to get the blood for the moment. We don't
I
actually.
mean,
How far away is the North Farm from the South Farm?
They're on opposite ends of the village.
Okay, we'll probably have to go to the South Farm then because the blood
yeah,
might spoil by that
yeah,
time.
yeah. Let's just go to the South. It's much easier
All
that
right.
way.
You approach the South Farm. The farmhouse is out here. There are about 3 small farm or hamlets in the South Farm area. The middle one is the largest. You want to approach the larger ones or the outliers?
Let's go to the one that doesn't have leeches in it, so we don't die. Or
Well,
it's
the
just it's
leeches are
just
to the south. They're in the
yeah.
fields. The fields are
All right,
south
to
of
the
the
fields.
farmhomes, so none of them have leeches.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go towards towards those places then, yeah.
The large one or the outliers?
Uh, the large
Let's
one.
go to the larger one. Let's go to
Alright,
the
the main
larger
one.
one.
You approach the main farmhouse or hamlet here in the farmlands to the south. And working the farms right now, you can see one person cutting wood. It's a middle-aged woman. You can see some men. Uh, they look like they are cleaning out a barn. You can see some children playing in the open green area or the grasses. You can see a mother taking care of some babies out in the open. She's just feeding them openly. Um, it's pretty casual
I
here.
hailed a
As
maiden.
you're approached by some farmers who carefully
Oh,
watch you, right? So with your approach, a couple farmers who were kind of working, you saw them digging up something, digging up shit and piling it
yeah.
into a cart from the barn. They like stop working and wave at you right as you approach. Naturally, you're a band of armed men approaching their camp.
I hailed the
We wave,
farmers.
we wave
Hail, good
back.
farmers.
Well, I wave
Morning.
back.
Can we help you?
Yes, we're here to help you with your leech problem. We have a pretty good plan, but we do need some assistance in order for our plan to work. We're going to have to get as much blood as possible from your animals. So we're going to need you to sacrifice or to kill some of your animals to get the blood, and we're going to use it in our plan to lure these leeches and kill them for you.
The older farmer, rubs his beard, and then the younger farmer says, "All right, I'll fetch Trebby. Let him know they're here to help." The older farmer kind of
We're
watches you carefully. All right, the younger farmer heads back to the one of the farmhouses, the larger one, and the old farmer, just kind of watches the four of you. He's got a shovel in his hand. He's just kind of resting his weight against it, standing upright. All right,
hell
so
good, sir.
oh, go ahead. You can talk to him if you want.
Um, yes, so I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to deal with your leech problem, no problem. But we're probably going to need at least close to as much blood as you can possibly give us to be able to fill up this pot here my friend is carrying. Um, and I can guarantee you we will take care of the leeches, or we'll die trying.
The farmer spits
Yeah.
and says, "No animals will be killed today."
That's what he says.
Yeah, that's all the
Well,
old farmer says. "I doubt Trebfi's gonna let you kill one of our animals for your hopeless quest. The last crew that tried to hunt the
hopefully.
leeches was about 6 men, and they couldn't handle it."
Well, yes, good sir, but they weren't as intelligent as me, so that's why they failed. We have a very good
And
plan, and we have good men. Sorry, April, what was it?
yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I face way harder things than some leeches, so please don't underestimate my party.
Giant leeches are not to be underestimated.
I
We were
couldn't agree
looking
more,
for
good sir.
strong men who could kill a giant leech.
I couldn't agree more, good sir. That's exactly why we're going to need that blood, and it's a lot better for you to lose, to have to hastily slaughter a few of your animals rather than lose your whole farm. Surely, sir, you can
Another old
understand.
farmer appears. It's Farmer Trebfi. "Good morning,
Like
gentlemen.
the leader of the, he's like the
Glad you
leader of
could
the
make it."
farm.
You recognize him. He was one of the old men
Oh,
at the tavern the other day.
Oh yes. Hail,
Uh, you're
good
here to
sir.
help.
good morning, brother.
Yes.
Perfect.
Right.
Alright. Well, I'll show you the way to the fields, and then you can get to work. How's that?
Sounds great. Like I said, all we need is as much blood as possible to preferably be able to fill up this pot, and I can guarantee you we will take care of your leech problem. Are you in agreement of being able to supply us with this?
Perhaps we can give you one of our animals, but it would cost
Well, we don't
you.
need the animal, sir. We only need the blood. You can keep all the meat. We just require the blood, which would normally be wasted anyways for the most part, right?
Well, we've already, of course, contained our animals. Um, let's see. But we would like our fields back, especially the greeneries or the open fields where the animals graze. Without those grazing fields, the animals are going to starve. So I suppose we can, we're not planning on slaughtering any animals, but we can definitely uh, bleed out one of our animals, not kill it, get you some blood, if that's what you're interested in.
Yes,
Well,
of course.
surely, well,
As
surely,
for your
sir, like,
reward, we're planning or prepared to pay the killer of these leeches we're thinking 150 should be enough. 150 silvers
Ooh.
for the murder of a
yeah, that
giant leech.
sounds a
But
handsome fee.
the thing is, there
Yes,
are,
sir.
based on what we saw last time, the last crew, we thought there was only one giant leech, but there's actually two, and we think that they are perhaps a mating couple.
Ooh.
We hope they won't spawn more giant leeches, but who knows?
That's exactly why you should take care of them as soon as possible. But we will have to, unfortunately, get this whole jar filled with blood if we are to be successful, or else we'll die and you'll be back to square one, or maybe, the leeches may come for you next, sir. So I do caution you that we will have to have all the blood we need if we are to be successful. It's better to lose one animal than lose your whole farm, right, sir?
I suppose the leeches have infested our fields, which are, of course, swamped with water, and we're hoping to drain the water out after they're cleared of the leeches.
Of course, good sir. We can guarantee your fields to be safe for years if with the very small sacrifice of just a few animals, perhaps maybe just one animal uh, worth of blood. Like you will be able to use the meat as you would normally, but
Of
we
course.
only need the blood. Surely you can understand, sir.
Hmm. Let me roll reaction. What's your charisma?
My charisma is very low. Is there any way that maybe I think I'm gonna
I'll
get
try to.
my okay? Who's got the highest? I've
Yeah.
got 13 charisma at the highest here.
No,
I
it's
have
Sebastian.
11,
You have
but
to tell me yours because you're
Okay,
the one speaking.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. So 7.
yeah, 7 it is then.
7. Alright, -1. And then +1 for a decent argument. So it stays at 8, which is neutral. He's not sure. I'm not sure I
Mm.
can let you kill one of our. Well, I'm not sure we'll kill one of our animals for this, but like I said, I'm willing to bleed out an animal, not kill it. So we can let it drain some blood for
Yeah.
your quest, but we can't fill up that entire cauldron. That's a lot.
Well, I mean, like if all your animals are dead and you are dead, then it's
But
the animals will do you no good, sir. Surely you can
What
understand.
more? What
I'm
more would
sorry,
you
we're not
have?
gonna kill an animal over this. We've already
But
lost our dog.
Yeah.
wow, sir, surely you can understand. Your dog is it could be much worse. These we may well die coming trying to attempt this quest. Surely you can understand our lives are worth at least an animal.
I mean,
I
we're
mean,
looking for someone that can do the job without getting one of our animals killed.
alright, Sebastian, doesn't seem like they're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
So
Let's
we
try.
can
Um.
try if you like, but we're not giving you an animal for this job. We can always find someone else, I suppose.
That's
Oh,
We're
true.
these are
willing
some
to
pretty dumb
bleed an
farmers.
animal out, but we can't kill one of our
Sebastian, let's
animals over
just
this.
let's just bleed out the animal. Let's get the job done. We can't.
All right, let's get it done. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, this way. Takes you to the
Alright.
barn.
Thank
The
you.
farmer seems a bit annoyed, and the other farmers definitely don't like you guys. You head to the barn where you find a
Yeah.
cow. They get a bucket and they start to bleed out the cow. Right, they make a small hole in the side where it bleeds the easiest. Right, probably in the leg area, and it starts to bleed. And they fill the bucket up, and you get basically 1 gallon of blood before they clog it up, or they close the wound.
Mm.
The cow is stressed, but they calm it down. You get 4 liters, or 8 pints of blood. And they pour it into your pot if you want, or they'll just give you the bucket of cow blood.
We
If
can just
you pour it in the pot, it
pour
will
it.
fill the pot maybe 25%.
Can I try to ask Sepher if he can convince the farmer? Because I think he's a lot better off at it. So I'll
I
ask
don't.
Sepher. Sepher, what do you think? Could you perhaps maybe see if you can get through to these farmers to get more blood?
I think they're already annoyed.
Zephyr
Sebastian.
looks at you and says, "What shall I say, sir?"
Um, try to appeal to them emotionally.
Appeal to them emotionally.
Manipulation.
The children.
Oh, of course. He walks to the farmer. Sir, the children could be in danger. If you don't give us more blood, they could die. The farmer looks confused. Our children are fine. I don't think if we give you more blood, they'll be in any safer hands. I mean, I suppose we can give you an extra gallon, but our old cow here is already pretty stressed out.
Yeah, I know.
If
That
it,
sounds great. Yeah, I think that'll be great, Zephyr. Let's take that.
yes, we,
Mm,
we would like that, please. Of course, brother. And the farmer, of course, takes out the bandage and lets it bleed some more. The cow is, very stressed out now and moving a
Doesn't he
lot.
have any more animals besides just his cow? Surely he could
no,
use.
Animals are pretty
No?
expensive.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Yeah, this animal would probably cost at them maybe 5 gold, 500 coppers.
Whoa! Holy crap!
yeah, that's what they like. They're not just gonna let us kill one. They cost a lot.
All
And
right.
if it
Well, we
all
have
have
enough blood.
a
Let's
yeah,
let's take the blood and well, actually, let's oh yeah, we better take the blood with us, but we're also going to need to set up a blind as quickly as possible, just on the edge of well, maybe like 10 feet away from the water or from the this flooded field,
yeah,
and we can position the spears there ready for the ambush.
Alright,
yeah.
so
Okay.
I guess you guys are still discussing as they prepare the blood for you. But yeah, eventually you get the blood, and from here, if you have more discussion, that's fine. But if you're ready, tell me your actions.
Let's
Um,
ready.
yeah, we should you know bottle the put the, we have does the pot have a top on it?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Okay. But let's just take some hay and just gonna put it on the top to stop it from spoiling as quickly. Should be all right though for a while.
Mm,
And
I
the
Yeah,
lid
we
mean,
is
just
here.
I guess there could be a lid if you really need one. Yeah, that's fine. You can have a lid.
Okay. And then like yeah, let's just go create the blind and position the spears for the ambush so you don't have to so we don't have to carry them anymore. And then you can just throw them all like crazy
yeah.
when we need them when you need to throw them.
All right,
Because
let's get ready.
I'll be using my crossbow. Sapphire will be using his sling. And what does your companion have again?
He has
Shiv,
he has a
Shiv
crossbow.
has a crossbow. Great. Okay, so let's get to it.
Alright,
Okay,
so
come
your
on.
party is currently standing at the farmhouse still discussing plans. But time to take action. So, Sebastian, what would you like to do for your first action?
Um,
Equip? Let's see.
yeah, I'll definitely equip my crossbow and load a coral.
Okay, and then did you want to prepare a spell?
Yeah, let's prepare sleep.
Okay, sleep has been memorized. Alright, and then Zephyr, any suggestions on what he equips as you equip?
Well, just his club, really, right? Like that's all. Or his sling. Sorry, sling. Yeah.
Oh, did we do the trade earlier? It wasn't noted.
Oh, yeah, we
Oh
did.
yeah,
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
guys
I'll
were
give him. Yeah, I'll
discussing it,
give
but you
him the
never actually
sling.
did it.
He
Yeah,
said he gave it. He said he gave it.
yeah.
As we
To
were
them,
saying
the
it.
mission's over.
Oh, okay.
To
Well,
give
Yeah,
him my sling.
yeah. Just a reminder,
I have it
if
in my
you
equipment.
discuss it, it doesn't actually happen.
Oh yeah.
So you have to input it like
Oh yeah.
to the dungeon
Okay,
master.
sorry. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll. Yeah.
Sling
Abrul.
and stones have been passed to Zephyr.
Right. Stones.
Sling and 3 stones. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
Zephyr has obtained a sling and is equipping it now. Okay, now Brew, what would you like to wield for this?
Heavy shield and spear.
Okay. One of your wooden ones or just a normal one?
Uh, I'll get the wooden one from now.
Okay, wood. Alright. And then Sid is going to Do you have a order for Sid, or do you want him to do his own thing?
I'd rather him carry his crossbow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You tell him to wield his crossbow, he does it. Alright. Orders have been, or, weapons have been equipped. From here, it sounds like you guys want to reposition. You want to set up your ambush somewhere in the fields, right?
Yeah,
Or just outside
like
of the
like
fields.
10. I was thinking like 10. Brule, I was thinking like if we set up the ambush, maybe say like maybe 15 feet or 10 feet away, not too far away, for you to properly,
Yeah.
spear all them, and we'll just then later, once we're actually ready for the plan, we'll be able to take the blood, and then just kind of pour it, take the lid off, and pour it straight into the fields, right at the tip of the where the fields begin, where the water is,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I
leechers
know.
will come straight in, and then we'll be able to just ambush the hell out of them.
Yeah. I know. I get you. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Alright, so let's make our way down to the fields. The four of you
We're
march
not taking the
across.
blood with us though. The blood's going to stay at the farm for now
Oh, alright. Yeah, because you're just setting up there.
because, yeah.
So the four of you march on down to the fields, and you get to the fields. You don't enter, but now you can see the fields are flooded. It's just farmlands have been flooded. Half the farmlands are, ready for or in the middle of growth, and some of it is already growing or has fully grown, but it's now spoiling because it's been over flooded. So you can see like they're drowning the crops. And of course, there's a good part of the fields that are just flat, that are not being used at the moment, just covered in water. The majority of the fields, though, are still in growth and they're just flooded naturally. So it sounds like you don't want to get close to the fields, though, right? You want to be at least 10 or 15 feet away from the fields.
Yeah.
Okay, you're there.
Let's. Is there any kind of materials around, like any kind of like a hay or? Because I assume the farmers must have kind of like left the fields in a bit of a rush and not been able to pick up or clean things up with those leeches around. So there must have been some kind of debris around that we could build a blind out of.
And there's plenty of tall grass, ferns, um, bushes here and there. There's plenty of bits of old and dead crops where you're currently standing, right? It's not like piles or anything, but it's just all over the floor, a mess of dead grass everywhere.
Right. Well, let's just bro. Let's just take all this material and build at least a like a 3 foot or probably like a 4 foot blind, and that should be more
Yeah. I
than
get.
enough to avoid detection.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Let's just do that.
let's put all the spears down behind where we're gonna build the blind, so we don't have to carry that anymore. We'll just put
Yeah.
all that
We.
down.
I mean,
It'll
there's
be a
already
lot
tall
faster.
grass along the fields if you're interested, and there's bushes and thickets too. If you build you can build somewhat of a blind if you want, but it's gonna be out in the
What would
open, so it's gonna be almost pointless. I
Uh.
mean, it might provide some cover, but and some concealment, but they'll probably be able to tell that you're there. Or that's definitely not a normal
Uh.
structure that you'll build naturally, right? The blind won't really blend in.
Are there any like tall grass like somewhere where we couldn't get cover?
Along the fields is tall grass
Yeah.
everywhere.
how far away
Mm,
from the fields would the tall grass be?
They're at the very shore of the fields, right? The swampy
Right.
water has given growth to, of course, tall grass.
All right. Well,
mm,
let's pull like all the tall grass away from the fields, from the field, so we can actually have a point of attack, right? Because if there's too much tall grass on the fields, we won't be able to actually kill them when they come, right? So we're gonna have to clear a path, and we can kind of use that.
Make a clearing?
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, make a clearing, and then we can produce a blind to provide some cover at least.
I mean, the along the shore of the fields, I guess, right? The flooded fields, there's already tall grass there, which provides concealment. Um,
yeah,
when
we
you
could
say
just stay
blind,
there.
right, you just mean like large mass of foliage, right? Piled,
Yeah, pretty much just grab it and just like cut it down, and then just throw it at the ground, like 15 feet away. That's pretty much it. Not like complex blind or anything, but
just
just
a
a
pile
basic
of dirt, okay, or a
kind
pile
of
of
yeah, pretty
grass and
much.
shit, okay.
Yeah, just really basic.
All right. So, yeah, sure. You can whatever grass you cut down, you can use that to build your little pile, right? Your blind. Um, you guys, what do you use to cut down the grass? Your hands?
I'll
Yeah.
use my hatchet.
That's fine. Your
What
hatchet is
weapon
pretty
do you
badly
have,
damaged anyway.
Abril? Would it be enough to cut the grass down by itself?
I mean, the hand axe is decent, but I'm asking everyone else what they're using. So you can use your hand axe if you want, but everyone else, are you just using your hands to cut grass?
Yeah.
Just
I
pulling the
don't really
grass
have
with your
no.
hands.
Yeah, because I don't really have any bladed weapons at the moment.
Okay.
So we can clear away, like, say, at least 10 feet uh, from the field, so we can get a really good, maybe 15 feet actually, because we want like a really good amount of space to be able to see when they come, so I can properly sleep them, and we'll have enough space to attack them. Otherwise, they could go inside the grass, and it might work out real bad for us.
All right. So
And it's just little weapons near to.
Sebastian, of
That's
course,
right.
yeah, you start cutting at grass then. That's your action at the moment. So you got your axe. You're using that to, like, of course, cut at the grass, and you're working a bit faster than the others naturally. The others are just using their bare hands. How much grass do you guys want to cut down in size, like area? You
Well, we
want
just
like a
need to
10
we
foot
need to we need
area,
to
10-foot
yeah, about
square,
15 I think should be good. Like, just
15
not like a square, but just
rectangle?
like clearing it away from the shore so we can get a good clear, sight picture of the fields when they kind of come at us
All right.
with the
So how
blood.
about it sounds like you want a 15-foot by 5-foot rectangle
Yeah, that would
of
be good.
area, 15-foot by
So the
5-foot
whole
area.
so the whole area, like, leading up to where um leading up to like where the fields are, and then all the way back, it's just all grass, like just crazy tall grass.
Well, most of the grass is along the water itself, right?
Right.
The further away, the more normal the grass becomes.
Yeah, 15 by 5 seems fine, yeah.
The tallest grass along the fields is maybe about a yard tall, a meter tall, so 3 feet. So along
Right.
that water, you're pulling the tall grass away, creating a
Hmm.
clearing. Do you want it to be 5 feet wide and 15 feet long, or do you want it
That
to be
sounds good,
15
yeah.
feet long and 5 feet wide, or
Oh, 15 feet
like
wide and 5 feet long.
5 feet
Or
long?
yeah,
Okay.
15 feet long and 5 feet wide. Yeah, sorry.
So it would be 50 feet long away from the water and 5 feet wide along the water. Is that what
15
you mean?
feet along the water and then 5 feet away.
Okay, so 5 feet away, 50 feet along the water. Okay, very well.
That should be fine.
Yeah, you get to work. The four of you work together. As you pull grass with your hands, the rate in which you pull grass, probably you can get in 10 minutes of pulling grass, you probably can clear a 5 foot by 5 foot area just pulling. Using the axe and pulling doubles the rate, so you can probably do 10 foot by uh, a 10 foot by 5 foot area with the axe and your hands. So therefore, it takes you guys almost maybe close to an hour to complete the task, with breaks included. Right? It's still morning. It's around 1000 hours.
Alright.
So
Let's
two
get this
hours
show
have
on the road,
passed
right?
since, or it's about 1100. So 3 hours have passed since the start of the day. The start of the day occurred at 8 o'clock. The workday begins at 8. So it's
Well, that seems fine.
yeah.
So we got the Brill. We got all the grass cleared, so we have a clear sight picture to be able to attack them when they come. And next thing we have to do is just position our spears, uh, you
Yeah.
know, and we'll take care of that now.
Let's. Okay, so
All
you
right.
ready
So
to
next
do the
section.
blood tech?
Well,
Yeah, now we can just go grab the blood after we position the spears.
okay. Wait. What's
Yeah.
first though? Because you just finished
The
clearing the
spears
grass and
first.
creating a
Spears
pile.
first. Yeah,
Okay. So
spears
you want to
first.
plant the spears,
Yeah.
or do
Let's.
you want to? Are you planting
Just
them,
plant.
or are you
We're
just
just gonna
setting them
put
on
them
the
on the
grass?
ground, and then just wherever Burrow wants them, where he can easily access them and throw them at one after the other, like really
Where do you
quickly,
want to put the spears?
like
Like in the
these things.
clearing you just created, or behind the blind that you set up?
Yeah, behind the blind. Yeah.
The blind. Okay. Use the grass that you, of course, cut down. You have a blind that's maybe about just a few feet tall, about three
Sure.
feet tall, maybe, right, of grass. That line that goes along the length of that goes along the length of the clearing that you made. So it's about 15 feet long and about 1 foot wide, and it's about 3 feet tall pile of grass. The center, of course, being the tallest point. But just basically just piles and piles of grass there.
Yeah, it's just piles of grass. Yeah.
All right, and then after this, you set your spears behind it. Then you guys head back to the farm to pick up your blood. All right. By the time you get
Yeah,
back,
definitely.
the pot has been sitting over it. A few flies, have been attracted to the smell or brought to the smell. The farmers see you return, and they one of them asks, of course, of the progress. Kill any leeches yet?
Not yet, good
Perfect.
sir.
All right. Keep up the good work. They get back to work too. Farmers got plenty of things to do besides tell you guys what jobs are available. Let's see. All right.
Let's quickly haul the blood back a brule because we don't have better all just like hop it back. All carry like a side of it so we can carry it faster. But
Yeah,
careful.
All right. You guys get to
I
work.
got you.
You guys work together. Carry the pot of blood. The pot is a lot heavier than it was before naturally. When it was empty, you have an extra, 20 pounds of weight in there almost with just blood weight. And then you carried it back to the shore, right? To your little outpost that you made.
All right.
Right.
Well, are you completely ready, Abril? Because they're going to come hard and fast. I'm sure.
Oh, by
It
the
might
way,
be
Yeah.
would you like
might
to
be a
have lunch
bit for
before
them to
this?
come.
Your characters are getting pretty hungry.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's eat lunch first.
All right.
Who's lunch?
Lunch will
Then we'll
occur
do it.
from basically 11:30 to 12:30. Okay. Your men have
Yeah.
lunch. They're very happy. They eat lunch together over a campfire.
All
Okay.
right. It's time to get to business, boys.
Yeah. Let's spill the blood into the into this water, and
Before
it
you
might
pour the
take a
blood,
while
would
for
you
them to
like to
come.
position your
Mhm.
characters? Like
Yeah,
assign
absolutely.
where
Yeah.
everyone's
Well,
standing?
anybody who isn't needed, like I mean, I think Abril, you better pour the blood because you're the biggest and strongest, and you'll be able to run back to behind the blind and go prone like the rest of us. So I think
Yeah.
me and the rest of the guys will all go prone, and
Get
then
some concealment. Yeah.
you can pour the blood
Yeah,
and
I
run
got
back
you.
quickly.
All right. So yeah, you go alone. You carry the pot of blood in your hands. Your weapons have been, or you stole your weapons either on your belt or over your shoulder, and then all your wooden spears are behind the blind. Okay, so you
All right.
carry it by yourself. It's an awkward march over to the shore, 5 foot from. The blind is only 5 feet away from the water, right, or
Yeah,
the fields.
yeah.
You pour the entire pot into the water, or do you want to just pour half, or how much do you want it?
Pour the
There's
whole
two
thing in.
gallons.
Might as
I'll
well.
pour.
Yeah.
I'll pour the whole thing.
Yeah,
Try
you
to
pour
pull it
all of
back
it
a
in
little
there.
bit.
Okay, and you want to set the pot down here, or do you want to carry it back to the blind?
I want to set it down and just go back to the blind.
All right, you quickly set it down, and you want to run to the blind, or carefully walk to the blind, or how do you want to get back to the blind?
I just go back to the blind as
Just normal
fast as I
walk?
can.
Okay. Oh, fast as you can? All right,
Yeah.
you run over there. You jump over the blind and take cover. You
Yeah.
guys wait for any reactions. As the blood starts to, of course, spread through the water that floods the fields, you can see mosquitoes that have been circling the pot earlier are flying into the water, right? Mosquitoes, flies, and such, buzzing about.
Mhm.
It's a rainy day, or it was a rainy day. Right now it's the midday, and it's just a clear gray sky. It's really bright, but it's really cloudy. It's winter time, the Scorchmoors, and Scorchmoor again, right? During winter months, just it rains a ton. Okay, so you just carefully keep watching if there's any
Well,
reaction.
it's like I'm gonna say like Abril, like okay.
Wait,
So
wait,
does
wait.
everybody have their weapons?
Yeah, wait. I think there's something coming.
10 minutes went past, nothing arrived. You want to keep waiting? So you guys have been laying
Yeah, it
still.
should take a while for them to come. I mean,
Yeah.
we just need to make sure that everybody's really ready to go.
Right now,
And
Yeah.
equipped is Sebastian's got the crossbow ready, loaded and
with a
ready to
bolt.
shoot.
Yeah.
Sephir's got the sling, Abril's got spear and shield, and Sid's got crossbow. Abril, do you want to switch to a missile weapon instead? Oh, you got the
All right.
wooden spears, yeah. You want to
Let's
ready
get the
that to throw?
spears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you drop the shield, you'll need to use your other hand for more momentum. Like you won't have the weight of the shield bothering you,
Nice.
right? So you'll
Yeah.
throw with more
I'll drop it
force
down.
if you drop the shield, right?
Yeah, I'll
Just like
drop
in
the
real
shield.
life, you don't have that extra weight, so you can just like fully extend your body forward with a throw. Okay.
Should have plenty of time to pick up the shield when they come, anyways.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
set the shield
and
down in the
equip my
grass
real
for now.
steel.
Alright, let's
I'll
see if it
just
comes in 20
continue to
minutes.
wait for the leeches. Yeah.
Another 10 minutes passed and nothing has arrived. Just a bunch of insects.
Hmm.
You wanna keep waiting?
Let's.
Hunting is a
How about
patient task.
a Brill? How about you take one of the spheres and like kind of wrap a bunch of this grass onto it and just kind of like kind of push the blood further out into the water so
Hmm.
maybe it can pick the leeches will pick it scent up more.
I think maybe we have to. Well, okay.
You wanna do it, Robro?
I'll cover up the spear.
Okay,
I'll do
so
it.
Abro, you start crafting a new item. You take one of the wooden spears, you grab some grass and kind of bunch it up at the end of the spear. Try to tie it around the end of the spear, right? Creating kind of
Yeah.
a larger mass at the end that you can use to push the blood further into the waters. You want to get up and go do that?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Alright, it took you about 10 minutes to craft the item. Nothing came during that time. The others are just ready to fire. You get up, you climb over the blind, and you go over to the water and you start pushing the water further in, or pushing the blood further into the water. There's just a ton of bugs on it now. Bunch of flies. Alright. As you're pushing the blood further into the water, you suddenly see something in the distance. Something is coming.
Oh shit.
Alright, let's see if it's close. It's very close. Let's see.
Oh fuck.
You don't see
Okay.
it
Mm,
or when you notice it, it's actually at 90 feet in the fields, right?
It's
You
not
see
too
the
bad.
tall grass or
shit.
the crops, right? They're being like parted. They're parting ways for whatever
Oh
is swimming
fuck.
through it, right? So you can't see the monster itself. You just see like the grass is like parting, right? So something can go through it. Something large is swimming in your
Yeah.
direction from 90 feet. You want to fall back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my shield. I
Okay.
can pull out my real spear.
Okay. Oh, you pull out your real spear and your shield, or
No,
you
no,
want to
I'm
get
just getting
the
my shield ready.
shield ready? Okay. So
Just
you
get
want
my
to
wooden. Yeah.
you equip the shield and the wood spears?
No, I'm gonna just leave the shield on the ground.
Okay.
I just want to
All right.
fall back. That's what
You
I'm
just fell back to your
about.
shield. Yeah. Okay. You weren't certain at first. You looked at it, but by the time you finished thinking about what you were doing, the others were holding their position, watching it swim toward us. Whatever it is, it's swimming at the rate of 30 feet through the water. Um, and
That's pretty
It's
fast.
it swims 30 feet in 10 seconds. So after 20
Wow.
or after 10 seconds, right? Oh, it took him 10 seconds to get back to you guys, and it took him 10 seconds to think about what he was gonna do. So by the time he was finished thinking, you guys see it at 30 feet, and it appears to be, of course, at 30 feet from the shore, um, which was his previous position. So naturally, it's 40 feet from your current position, or 45 feet from your current position. Um, you can see the tall grass is parting, and you kind of see like what's kind of causing this, right? At 45 feet, it's still in the grass. The grass is providing this creature concealment still, but whatever it is, you definitely can tell it's definitely not 3 to 4 feet long, right? If it's making the grass part the way it's doing, it's at least as wide as a man. And you realize it's about
yeah.
3 to 4 feet, or 3 to 4 yards long, so about 9 to 12 feet long, right? Like a giant snake
Holy shit.
of a leech. So it's swimming through, wading through, and it's pretty wide. It's about maybe 3 to 4 feet wide, right? And 3 to 4 yards long.
Mm,
So it just pushes
yeah, this
through,
might be.
and now it's arriving at the waters where you see it, right? It pushes into the water, and it's not alone. There's two of them. They like rush toward they finally arrive, carefully kind of swimming up to the blood, and they just start like sucking in all that water, right? The water just starts to
Okay,
just
great. Uh,
go into them.
this is it. Uh,
Yeah.
They're
just
huge,
kind of
right?
like at
They're
the
three to
yeah.
or yeah, 12 feet long, 9 to 12 feet long.
Well, this was the plan. I was always assuming that
Open fire
they
or
could be well.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
a
wait.
Brill like hold on a second. Yeah,
they're
Yeah, shouldn't you
huge,
sleep
right?
in first? Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna
I don't.
the Brill like we always knew that this could happen, so I'm gonna use sleep on them, and then you're gonna have to we're gonna have to throw as many bolts as possible before they get too
They're
close to us.
fast though. I don't think they're.
Not on
Well, you
land.
can.
They're not gonna be as fast on land.
Yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll cast sleep on the leeches.
All right. You start to lift, you look over the blind and you start to incant words and cast a sleep spell. Um, and you feel the sleep spell, you've casted it, but it has no power over these monsters, right? You don't feel
Mhm.
any kind of
Yeah.
sentience on the monster, so you can't really grasp their ability to sleep, right? Like you cast a spell trying to make them like sleep, manipulate their brains into sleeping, but your power just fizzles out. You're not strong enough to make them go to sleep. They just actually kind of,
Yeah, I
you
knew.
see them, they definitely felt something. You can tell because they react to that. As you cast it, they both kind of like look around, right? They get up and rise from the waters, about 3 to 4 feet
That's
tall,
perfect.
right?
All right,
Allowing you to
let's
see them
attack them when
clearly.
they're out of the
You guys want
water.
to open
Then
fire?
yeah, let's just
Yeah,
fire on them now.
I throw my wood spear.
Okay. You fire on their position. You guys get up and start opening fire. Naturally, you crouch or maybe you stand and throw. But what's more important is that you all got up and started opening fire from about 5 feet from their position, right? 5 to 10 feet away. So you're behind the blind, so maybe 10 feet away. So you open
Well, they
fire.
weren't like really
You're
close up to the
you're
shore
very
at that
close.
point. Yeah,
Yeah,
like they're
you're point blank pretty
how
much.
close? Oh crap. Okay.
So you fire on their position, right? You're like 10. You're about, yeah, 10 feet away from them. Sebastian fires with crossbow, right? He got up, fired his crossbow off. Sepher fired off his sling. Abrul threw his wooden spear, and Sid fired his crossbow. So we're gonna roll attacks. The monsters are surprised, right? They didn't know you were there. Sebastian
That's
rolling to
right.
hit. That's a 19. All right, with bonuses, it's a hit. Damage is 1d12. You deal 5 points of damage to this first one. Okay, so let me see if it survives
Start.
the shot. Rolling its hit points. 2 plus 1 plus 6, 9 plus 1 is a 10, plus 3 is 13, plus 6 is 19.
Oh, holy
Downed it by
crap!
5
It's
hits,
Yeah,
so
insane.
they're
14.
strong. They're strong.
Hella strong.
I mean, that's a lot of damage though. That's a good start.
I knew they
Yeah.
were gonna be big because sleep wasn't gonna work. All right, anyway,
Alright,
what
uh,
about that? We
so that was
want to take a
Sebastian's
little
shot,
time?
and then here's Sepher. Sepher
Okay.
fires the same one that Sebastian fired at. Sepher fires a sling stone, lands a hit, damages 4 damage. Right, the stone goes right through it, and it deals 4 damage to it. The creature has been hit twice. It's pretty badly, or it's wounded for sure now. Okay, so that's
Mm,
4 damage just now. Alright, and then next shooter is Abrul throwing a wooden spear. Lands a hit. The damage is 1d3. What's your strength?
it's 9.
Alright, 3 damage max. Okay. You want to hit the same one, or do you want to hit the other one, the fresh one?
want- I want to hit the same one.
Okay, try to take one down first. Alright, it's hit 3
Yeah.
times total, right? There's 1 bolt in it, 1 stone in it, and now 1 wooden spear inside of it.
Damn.
Let's see. It's been hit 3 times and it's still alive. Alright, the last shooter, Sid, fires at the same one, right? Trying to get that finishing blow. All 3 of you, or all 4 of you, focus on one at a time. He lands that hit and deals d12 damage with crossbow. That is an 8. The first one has been killed. Alright, so 4
Wow.
shots
Great.
in it and it falls dead, right? The other one makes a morale check upon the first one dying. And it is aggressive. As the first one crashes to the ground, the second one rushes your position, right? And it's super fast. As soon as you fire the rounds off,
Yeah.
Hmm.
you guys will get a chance to take one more action before it crashes into you, right? So it's gonna move up to you.
I knew they were
So
strong.
Sebastian, you want to reload or do you want to run or something else?
Um,
Real, real, real.
I'm gonna. I think I'm going to like it's how far away is it?
It's 10 feet. It's about to crash
10
into you.
feet? I don't.
Your men.
It's about. It's a.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna. Potentially hit me then.
So you want to run,
Yeah, I got.
fall back,
I
fighting
think
with
I'm
your
gonna
own?
run. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
run
can
for
always
sure. But
reposition, right? So
I'm gonna call out the Zephyr to actually engage it. I think.
you yell, Zephyr, take him
I got
down,
it.
and you run. That's kind of alright, sure. You sure, Sebastian? You want Zephyr to stay back? Or do you want to call for him to retreat with you?
I don't know. Like I mean, I guess it's pretty big. Yeah, I don't know. Like
You've got seconds to decide. The monster does not wait for you
yeah,
to choose your action.
I'll definitely. I guess you can.
Alright, you
I
hesitate?
understand that, but yeah, I'll run away.
Okay, you run.
You run
You were
away too,
hesitant
I
on
guess.
what to say. You were like, Zephyr, you, and you weren't sure what to tell him, right? You just ran. So he ran after you. Let's see.
Yeah.
He does not want to die today. Let's see. Alright, you both run. Abrul, you threw your spear into it. You just have a shield, or no, you have nothing in your hands at the moment. Shield's on the ground, wooden spears on the
Yeah.
floor.
I'd grab another spear
You want
at
to
your
grab
feet.
another spear? Or do you want to
I'm gonna
run?
pick up my shield and
Grab the
I'm gonna
shield and
pick up
run?
my shield and I'm gonna pick up. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up my shield and I'm gonna pull out my other spear. I'm trying to hold it back so it doesn't crash into us.
Alright, so you're going for your weapons
Nice.
then, and you're holding the line. Sid, makes a morale check, seeing that the half the party is running now, so he's breaking too. Sid runs as well. He's got a crossbow. He's got to reload it. He's got to get some to a safe distance to reload this thing. So he's running. So you're the only one holding the line, and that means you're the only target. The monster then, of course, crashes down on a Brule, as a Brule, of course, upon throwing that wooden spear, he kind of reaches to the ground, picks up the shield, and as he's picking up the shield, the monster crashes down on him.
Mhm.
Let's see, rolling a hit. It's got a +5 to hit. It's got a 9 +5, 14 to hit. What's your armor class? What's your armor?
I have a heavy shield. I have a heavy helmet.
Well,
I
the
have
heavy
a
shield hasn't been picked up yet,
heavy.
so no heavy shield yet.
Oh, I
Heavy
didn't pick it up.
helmet.
Oh, I have. Yeah, heavy helmet, heavy gambeson. I have a mail armor
Okay,
and
you barely survived the
what else?
attack. The monster
Oof.
bit at you, but ends up, it like smashes into you, right? And it pulls on your mail armor, right? It's pulling against it, but you're able to kind of just like back up, and it loses grip of your mail, right? It's huge,
Mm,
right? Have you guys ever seen like those leeches from King Kong? It looks like that.
mm,
Here, I'll show you guys a little
Lord,
picture.
you guys suck, bro. You niggas ran, bro.
Had to. I would have been dead if he would have killed us all, basically.
I was trying to hold it back, but alright, bro.
Here's a
At least we
picture in
got one of them.
discussion. The Carnictus. You guys remember that? Let's see. They're
Yeah.
huge. Okay.
Was I ever able, like, did it knock over my heavy shield when it was crashing into me?
It crashed into you, forcing you back. So it's on your shield's position. So you weren't able to pick up the shield. It's crashed into you in melee. You can try to pick up your shield in
Yeah.
melee, but then of course as you're picking it up, it will just free attack you, right? As you're picking up your shield.
Yeah. I'm. Can I pull out my regular spear and get into stance?
Yeah, you start unslinging your spear, and as you're unslinging your spear, it goes in for another attack. And your men have fallen back, right? They were able to run maybe 20 feet further away. As soon as you guys fell back, Sebastian, would you want to start reloading your crossbow or something else?
Um,
What would be your next action? You've got seconds to decide.
uh,
10 seconds.
thank you.
Sebastian.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah. Are you here?
What's your following action?
Yeah,
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
Alright, he's not sure.
He's typing in chat. He can't type. I mean, I guess he can't talk.
It's not working?
Hold
Yeah,
on a second. That was an outside. That didn't count because I lagged. Like,
Oh,
he's
lag?
lagging.
Alright, I'll give you
that's
another
like.
chance. Go ahead.
Uh,
So what's your
yeah.
action?
That okay. Yeah. I'd like to load the crossbow.
Load that crossbow. Okay. You start loading that thing up from 20 feet from your past position. Sapphire is slinging a stone, and Sid is reloading his crossbow too. Brule is at the front lines. This monster is, it's huge, right? This thing can engulf his entire head in one bite.
Mm.
So,
Lord.
um,
Oh crap! Get the fuck out of there.
it's trying to
Get out of
attack
there.
him
You
again.
did good.
As he's
Like,
drawing his spear, it
mm.
attacks him again, right? So he's like unslinging the
Oh
spear,
Christ!
right? And as he's doing that, it goes in for another thrust with this long beak, right? That shoots out of its face.
Jesus.
So it's a giant leech. Okay. Roll to hit, 13. Plus 5, 18 hits. Damage is 1 damage. So it does crash into maybe his shoulder. Gets a good bite in his shoulder, causing 1 damage. How many hit points do you have?
4.
Alright, you're at 3 of 4, bro. And then there's
Ah, shit.
also, now that it's attached to you, you feel its teeth stick into you, right? And it starts to suck, right? You feel it start to suck,
Yeah.
and when upon the initial suck, you feel that the skin within its sucker, right, starts to just peel, like it shoots out, or your skin just like is being sucked, like peeled off, and it's like basically just like ripping through your, or it's the leech basically doesn't
Is
suck
it like
actual blood. It sucks your like innards, right? It just starts sucking, and like basically your skin is
okay?
starting to come off, and your muscles starting to peel and go into its its suction. That's how strong the suction is. So you start feeling that
Lord.
happening, um, until you can of course remove it. But now that it's attached
Well,
to you, you should be able
it's
to
pretty
automatically hit it.
vulnerable
Yeah,
when
it's
it's like
vulnerable
that
while
too.
it's
Yeah,
sucking
it's
on
All
you.
right.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Can I use the spear to just like slam it into him though?
all right, so it's attached to you, and you start trying. You can't move your right arm right now because it's stuck in your
Mm.
right arm. So your
Yeah.
spear's in your left, and you start trying to jab the spear into it with your offhand, which is a -1 to hit if you use your offhand, and you're one-handing the spear.
Uh,
Before you can even get another jab in there, of course, now that it's stuck on you, your men open fire, or actually one man opens fire. It's Slinger. The others were reloading. So let's see, the reloaders or the Slinger got 19 to hit. That's a hit. The damage was 2 damage. Let's see how strong this one is. Rolling hit points. 2, 2, 8. Total of 12 so far.
Wow.
8, 20, 27, 34.
Lord.
34. We only did 2
What?
damage to it.
Oh yeah.
Is that 32 left? Okay. So that was a sling stone. It hit it for 2 damage. So it's at 32 hits left. And then upon the start of the next round, everyone can open fire now. But keep in mind, because he's in melee, if you and his back is to your position, if you guys miss this monster, you have a chance of hitting him instead. So because you're firing from the east and he's to your west, and he's covering the monster naturally. So it will be friendly fire if you fire, right? Unless you reposition north or west
Well,
or
wouldn't the
south of the monster.
mm,
Because he's, of course, east of it. His back is to you guys. So, starting with Sebastian, do you want to reposition before you fire, or do you want to take the risk and fire anyway into the large mass?
um well, I mean, yeah, well, well, it's pretty big. Like, I find that hard to believe. Like, if it's that big, surely there must be an end that's sticking out that I can shoot
Yeah, there is.
without actually
Mhm.
having a chance to hitting him because it's too
Yeah.
big. Like, that's
It's
one of
Yeah.
pretty
the
big.
downsides of
Yeah,
being a
it's 3
massive
to 4
leech.
feet wide.
Uh,
It's 9 to 12 feet long. But naturally,
so
his
I
body
think
is
I'll
still
just.
there, providing some cover. So if you miss, there's a chance of hitting him. He's in the line of fire, right? When you fire, he's in your line of fire.
But this thing is like really long. Surely there'd be an end that's like
The length
sticking
is
out
to
that
the
I can
west,
easily
right? You're
shoot.
east. So
Hmm.
its length is not
If you
visible,
were in
right?
a
Just its front is visible. If you were north or
Damn.
south of it, right, on its
Hmm.
flank, then you have plenty of area to shoot. There would be no chance of hitting your friend. But you're, again, east of your friend. He's west. So you guys fell
Right.
back east, right? So that means his back's to you, and when you aim, he's in your line of fire. So if you were positioned this
Hmm.
round, there will be no chance of friendly fire. But you fire here, there's a chance of friendly fire, naturally.
Yeah.
He's in the line of fire right now. You take the shot? You have seconds to
Um.
decide.
Yeah. I mean,
well,
I'll reposition, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this round you're
uh,
repositioning. So you want to push west, or do you want... that's like the best way you can move right now. West, so you will flank it. But
I
that
guess.
means you have to go into the water. Is that fine?
No. Let's go. Well, let's go. East
We don't want to be
is
anywhere on the east
no
side,
water.
right? So, because he's
because
on the
that's
east
where I
side. Your men
am.
are on the east side. If we're gonna flank, we want to be on the north, west, or south. West is far into the water. That would be actually rear attacking it, right? Anvil, hammer and anvil. So, but that's deep in the waters.
Um. Yeah. Let's go to the other side then. Yeah, without the water.
All right, you'll push west, so you'll be on the north flank in the fields. Okay, so you push west, and as you push west, Sid will also push west. So, Sepher will also push west. They're all repositioning now. They don't want to accidentally shoot you in the back. That would be a sad way to go.
Yeah.
All right, and you have to
Yeah.
survive a suction attack. The suction happens before you can even have a chance
Oh
to
my
stab
god.
it. All right, so it's sucking deals 1d6 damage, and that
Mm.
is 6 damage. This is perhaps the end of a Brule, right? He held the
Oh,
line. The sucker, of
Oh
yeah,
course,
I'm
crap.
dead.
ends up it's a 9, so it's a
Mm.
failed saving throw. With the first
Yeah,
suction,
GG.
it actually rips off your right arm, right? The right
Oh.
arm just falls to the ground and starts sucking deeper. The teeth reattach to the opening of your arm wound and starts sucking out your innards from the open arm wound, right? So now it's just sucking out your innards. You're on your knees and you're basically dead. Yeah, you died. So Abrul has died, and
Yeah,
now from
GG.
here you take of course, now that you're dead, Abrul, your retainer is next in line, so you can play as Sid now. Or no, Sid's yours, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, so you're
retainer.
Sid now. Sid sees, his master, his employer, killed in action. He gets a morale check actually. If he breaks, then you can't play
Yeah,
Sid, but if he doesn't break, you can play Sid now. Okay, he didn't break. He holds the
sir.
line, so he sees his captain, right? His good old captain, Abrul, get his arm ripped off by the giant leech, right? So, and the creature just munches through his arm and into his chest, right? So he's just ripped apart by this giant leech. You've repositioned, right? You take aim. You try to, you try to suppress any emotions you might have, and you open fire. Same with the other characters. You guys start lighting this thing up from the flank. Um, Firing from Sebastian now. Crossbow aimed. Sebastian fires. Is this fine? Sebastian, you want to fire? You're north. You're flanking.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sebastian fires. It's a 17 plus 2 for the crossbow's short range and short range bonus and accuracy bonus. So 19 to hit. It's a hit. Damage is 1d12 with the crossbow. You deal 6 damage. It drops to 20, uh, 26 hits left. So we're not safe yet. There's still a chance of more casualties. Naturally, a party of 6 couldn't handle it, and out of those 6 that you heard about, 3 were injured slash killed, and the other 3 fled. Okay. Um. Okay, a party to the south firing sling and stone and crossbow. This is Zephyr's shot. Slingshot missed. Here's Sid's shot with a crossbow. 17 plus accuracy bonus and short range bonus. Hits. Damage is another d12. Dealt 3 damage to it. Monster's at 23 hit points. It's pretty tough still. From here, after ripping off the arm and sucking a good chunk of Abrul's innards into its body, it releases Abrul and goes for a next target. Um, it's starting. I'm gonna roll randomly for its target. It chooses Sid. It's swimming towards Sid, right? Sid is with Zephyr and Sebastian are north, and Sid is south. So Sid's alone. It's singled Sid out, right? As it swims towards Sid, Sebastian, you can start reloading, or you can fall back. What's your move from here? The monster is swimming towards Sid.
I'm gonna reload.
Okay, you reload. Zephyr fires, and Sid is. Let's see, is he running for his life? It's up to you actually. Naka, you're playing a Sid now. So you're Sid the Acolyte. Do you want to reload?
Um,
You want to run? Do you want to switch weapons? What's your move?
I wanna try to reload.
Reload while it's closing on you? Are you sure?
I mean, I
Alright.
mean, if I try to run away, it'll leave me regardless.
Yeah, it might catch you regardless because you're not
Yeah,
as
it's too
fast.
far.
You've got a lot of equipment on you
Yeah.
and supplies. Alright. So you're like, you want to switch to melee then maybe? Draw a weapon, drop that crossbow and draw a melee
He
weapon.
does, he doesn't have a melee.
He has a wooden spear.
He does?
Yep, it's slung over
Oh,
his
I mean,
shoulder. You can use it
I'll
in
try to use
melee
the wooden
combat.
spear then.
Okay. So he drops the crossbow and goes for the wooden spear. As he pulls the spear out, the monster is swimming toward him. He readies the spear against it, and he starts jabbing at it with the wooden spear. As the others are reloading and firing sling and stone. Here's the slingshot. Slingshot missed. Here's the spear. The spear has more reach, so it has first strike. The spear missed, and it went past the spear and crashed into you. Its damage, or its roll to hit was 6 plus 5, 11. His armor is only light helmet, right? So he's hit,
Yeah,
and it crashes into him and deals a total of 1 damage to our Sid, who only has 1 hit point.
easy.
Saving throw versus death. And he's still alive. It crashed into him. He's wounded in action. The bite goes into his neck, or onto his face, I mean. It wraps its suction and beak around his head, just like in that picture pretty much, and just starts to engulf his head, right? Pull his head off. So it starts to suck him, or suck his head off his neck, right, with its powerful suction, right, and teeth. The teeth just start to kind of pierce into his neck and face and head, right? Causing holes in it so the blood can start to shoot through it. And basically, it's really after the blood. But when it creates those holes in his neck and face and head, of course, then the suction, of course, shoots that blood into its body, right? So it can actually drain you of blood. Because that's what it actually did to
Yeah.
Gruel. It opened up his flesh with its teeth, and then just pulled his arm off to just make space, and then sucked out all the blood that it could. So, in one powerful suck. Alright. And it's doing the same thing to our Sid. So it's on Sid's head, and it's just pulling all the blood from his body into his head and into its body. Let's see. It looks really bad. Okay, so it's probably the end of Sid as well.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, Sebastian, now you can open fire. Maybe we can kill it. Maybe not. Um, your guys keep firing. Here's Sebastian's shot. It's an 8. Accuracy bonus of 2. What's your dexterity, Sebastian? See if this makes a difference. Sebastian, you with us? He breaks. Sebastian breaks. So he missed. And then his retainer fired Sling and Stone. Missed. And at that point, it's the end of freaking Sid, right? It sucked out Sid's innards through his head, drops Sid, and swims back into the water and flees with its life. It ate a good meal and swam back into the waters. Um, but not without dragging its companion with it. It would actually swim toward its companion and grab onto it and start dragging it away. So as it did this, there's another chance for Sebastian and, of course, Zephyr to fire. Zephyr's like, should we keep firing? Sebastian, what do you think?
I was just lagging there. So what happened?
You were able to fire off another round, but you missed. Same with Zephyr. Sid has had his head pulled off and his innards drained. The monster is now swimming toward its dead companion, and it's about to maybe drag its dead companion back into the waters with it.
All right, yeah. I mean, I think so. It's
You wanna,
focused on that,
yeah, you wanna
and
reload and fire again?
yeah.
Okay. In that case, you hold the line. Same with Zephyr. Zephyr keeps firing. He doesn't want this to be for nothing. Okay. Zephyr fires, scores a hit, deals 2 damage, dropping it to 21 hits left. The monster reaches its companion, attaches its one end onto the companion, and starts to swim away with it. It moves very slowly, dragging its companion through the waters. But what it's mainly after is maybe the blood actually. It starts to consume all the blood within its companion before it leaves. So it's just starting to, it's not really dragging, but it's just sucking the blood out of the companion. So it's not wasted. Um, you open fire, a second shot, same with Zephyr. You land a hit, you deal another d12. This is the third shot you've fired into this thing. Or maybe the second actually. You fired one to the one. Okay, so it's a hit. The damage was 5 damage. You dropped it to 16 hit points. And Zephyr rolled to hit too. He scores a hit. His damage is, 4 damage. It's dropping to 12 hits. It's almost done. It's been wounded pretty bad with the next 2 shots. It releases its companion and starts to swim toward the two of you. You want to reload? You want to run? Or what do you want to do? It's swimming toward the two of you right now. Because you guys, of
Oh,
course, lured it or aggroed it again. It looks
I'm
like it's
gonna
about to
run.
die though. There's a
Obviously,
bunch
well,
of holes in it, right?
well, I'm gonna get Zephyr to actually, yeah, to kind of stay in front of me and throw it, do some slinging, and I'm gonna reload, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, you say, hold the line! Right, and you start reloading. And Sapphire, as he sees this thing swimming toward us, he makes a morale check. Because this thing one taps if it reaches you. He rolled a 7. What's your charisma, Sebastian?
7.
Alright, he breaks. As it starts to swim, he runs. And it crashes into you. And attacks you. And scores a total of 12. 7 plus 5, 12. What's your armor? What armor are you wearing?
I'm using clothes.
Do you have any helmets or body armor? Let's see,
Don't think
Sebastian
so.
says that you have a. Yeah, you don't have any armor. You just got your robes on. Okay.
Mhm.
Crashed into you, hits you, and deals 6 damage upon its pierce. Right, the beak attaches itself onto you, and that pierce rips through you for 6 damage. Your character only has. Our Sebastian
3.
only
Yeah.
has
Mhm.
3 hit points. It's a death save. Saving throw is death to
Mhm.
be wounded. It's a pass. Its bite went into your upper chest. Like the suction is in your upper chest right now. It's just pulling. All its teeth make holes in your chest, and it starts to suck the blood from those holes that it created naturally. So it's sucking
Mhm.
all that blood through your chest. You're on your knees, right, sucking out your blood, and of course Sepher broke morale, so he ran off, fearing for his own life, right, seeing you just get demolished by this thing. As it's draining you, do you have any weapon you want to use to kill it with while it's draining you? You can't reload
Uh,
naturally. You can pull out a
well,
secondary if you have
I
one.
did reload, didn't I? That was my whole turn was used for reloading.
No, it intercepted your move, right? So in the midst of your reload, it crashed into you and sucked your blood
Right.
through your chest.
Right. Uh, yeah, I'll attack with this
Do you have
hand
any
axe then.
sidearms? Oh, the axe.
Yeah.
So you reach for the axe as it's sucking your blood, right? So the crossbow fell to the ground. You grab your axe immediately as you like a reactive instinct, right? And you try to get one more swing into it. And if you win initiative here, you might have a chance to get one swing into it, one free hit, um, before it kills you, right? So maybe
Mm.
you can cut off the fucking tongue, or you can cut off the sucker, right, with one swing. But we'll see. Your initiative is 1, its initiative is 2, it beats you, and as you reach for your axe, it does one good suction on you that pulls out all of your kind of upper ribs and anything past that. So your muscles get pulled into it and blood gets sucked into it. It leaves one big hole in your chest and then swims off back to its dead companion to finish feasting. The only one who survives the assault is, of course, the coward Sepher the Acolyte who ran, right? So he ran, he's afraid. He runs back into the farmhomes, panting, exhausted, dropping to his knees, and he becomes basically insane, right? He like drops his weapons, like just kind of shaking there after seeing his companions ripped apart by these giant leeches. The farmers come to see him, of course,
Oh,
and try to help him, right? Take him in for a drink. But that's the end of tonight's story. Brule, the famed or the growing star in the village, was killed by giant leeches along with his companions. One survivor to tell the tale. All right, that's the end. So you're not old school unless you die. All right, good story though
yeah,
tonight, guys. It was a
yeah.
tough call, but we made some very dangerous moves out there. We killed one of them. That was really good.
Not really,
Definitely
because
killed
you
one.
didn't really give us a chance to go further back too. Like I would have planned.
Well, you wanted to reload. If you reload, you can't move. So falling back is an action, right?
Man,
So you could have ran. That's what, of course, Sepher did in the end, right? He ran. Naturally, the weakness of these monsters maybe are just their movement speed. They can move 30 feet. Your men can move 20 feet per round with equipment.
yeah, I
Another
noticed they were
weakness is they don't have
fast.
missile weapons. So missile weapons are their weakness, naturally. If you can have high ground somehow, or you fire from where they can't, then of course they can't really do much. Um,
Man,
but yeah,
that was bad
Abril
move.
was our tank. He held the line, and it wasn't enough. One got him, and of course some of us held the line even further, and of course it took us down. It took Sid down. It took our Sebastian down, and the only one to flee was Sepher. Poor Sepher the Acolyte, the survivor of a gruesome event. All right. So thanks for playing, guys, and until next time, have a good weekend or have a good week. I'll see you this next weekend.
Yeah.